Maybe it's not something they can control. Maybe whenever it updates, it just does it, and they're like, well, that's just how it is.
Yeah.
Bronze players need to
Could be.
stop
Like it
caring
just
about stats. I have said that a bunch of times.
It resets to the.
Sorry, I was checking to see if we're on real quick.
Yeah.
Yep, we're live.
Oh, gotcha.
All right, cool. And then I saw what do you call it? A little thumbnail for a video talking about how yep, we're live.
Oh, gotcha.
All right, cool. And then I saw what do you call it? A little thumbnail for a video talking about
bronze
how
player.
All right, cool. We're both coming through. Excellent. Okay.
Not focus on.
So sorry, it was hard to hear the words on the thing and hear wait for your words to come on, and also pay attention to the conversation.
Oh, gotcha.
But now I've got it all covered, so we're good. Yeah, there was a clip of a guy I watch who does Overwatch content. But what's really interesting is he's a top 500, really, really good, an extremely good player. And he'll watch other people's games.
Like Sniper Wolf, huh?
No, not like Sniper Wolf. He actually plays the game. That bitch is just crazy.
Kidding.
But he'll watch other players' games. The viewers will submit their games to him, and he'll watch them. Huh?
Oh, wow. That's nice.
I missed what you were saying. Sorry, I didn't.
That's pretty cool.
Oh, yeah, and he gives advice.
Oh, no, I was just saying that's cool. That's nice of him to do.
Yeah, it is. It's really nice because you don't really see that with a lot of Overwatch streamers. He actually gives players advice on, what they can improve realistically, and he'll point out things that they're doing well at the same time. And that makes it really beneficial because you're reinforcing the good habits. And then
he's probably someone that's telling them what to try to improve on if they can. Yeah.
But also making sure to point out when they do good things as well. So you're not just tearing people down, and you don't run the risk of them or anybody who's watching losing good habits in order to try to get rid of bad habits. If that makes sense.
Yeah. Only focusing on that, and they stop doing the good shit.
Exactly. It's a balanced perspective,
that they were doing.
Is better for improving your gameplay. Yeah, and it's
I assume there's a lot of players that are insecure to do it.
He's a ton of people put their games in. And say I carried the game, or if it wasn't for me, we would have lost even worse. The rest of my team is terrible. They cost me the game, and they'll put their VODs in, and he'll watch it, and you watch it with him, and you're like, you absolutely did not carry that game. You were just as much of a reason your game was lost as the rest of your team. Nothing. You contributed nothing, sir. Nothing at all to the game. Happens a lot. They think they're putting in an ego VOD, and they just get fucking destroyed.
Most people. Yeah. It's not easy for most people, I think, to have any kind of objectivity about themselves.
I know very few gamers who do. It's weird. There's gamers who are really good and will just think they're the worst. If you criticize one thing, they just can't one of the guys I play Overwatch with on a regular basis, he's really, really good. The only thing he does is he tries to 1v5 the other team a lot. So it's since Overwatch is a team game, 5 players versus 5 players, you really have to wait until you have a whole team or come back fast enough that the rest of your team is still alive in order to join the team fight in a good way. Otherwise, it's better to just wait and let your team come back to life and then all go back in again together. Even though it takes more time, in the long run you save time because the more staggered you are, the less likely you are to like win any of the team fights.
Yeah, yeah.
And so
Yeah,
he
there's
just
some
so
semblance of
enthusiastic
team.
about killing. He's just fucking get me in there, coach. And you're like, but there's 5 of them. No matter how good you are, even if you're gonna kill one every time, you're just trading. You're not really doing anything positive towards the end of the game either way. You know, win, lose, or
Yeah,
draw
yeah,
at that point.
indeed.
But otherwise, great player.
Yeah,
But he thinks he's like this terrible
yeah, I
player
do.
because we're always like, dude, wait.
Oh,
And it's
yeah.
like, no, you're a really good player. You just run in really when you shouldn't, you know, get yourself
Yeah,
killed.
yeah, let us have your back a little bit.
Exactly,
You'll
exactly.
even
I'm
better.
playing support. Let me get back to you so you can have some heals, and then you'll get all these kills and win that team fight, and we'll get it'll be great for everybody.
Yeah, yeah. He's just overly enthusiastic. I gotta
Yeah,
get in there.
yeah. If I he's like
Yeah.
exactly like there was this one thing I watched when I was playing Overwatch, the first one, Overwatch 1, a long time ago. And it was 6v6 at that point. Like, they cut it down to 5v5 for Overwatch 2, but in Overwatch 1, it was 6 players versus 6 players. And I was sitting there,
Right,
I'm
right.
playing one of the supports, and then the other person is playing the other support, which is a Mercy. And Mercy's big thing is uh, she's the only one that has weapons to switch between. Right? She has a staff that can either
Hmm.
boost, like heal the players, or can boost their damage. And then she can switch to a gun and shoot, but Mercies almost never do any real damage shooting. Their primary function is to boost
Right.
other players' damage and keep them alive when they, otherwise would die. And we're sitting there, the rest of our team is dead. All 6 of the other team is on the point, and we're like facing each other, and suddenly the Mercy just whips out her gun and just goes charging in at the other team, and I'm like, well, there goes that life. Because I'm not following you. And there's no fucking way
Yeah.
you're going to kill 6 people with that little fucking gun. Like, it was just not going to work.
Yeah. Yeah, you gotta understand what fucking character you're playing as, dude.
And
What
and
they're
the limits, yeah. Well, and it doesn't matter what
what they're
character
good
you're
at.
playing, you're never going to
Yeah,
take
that's
out
weird.
5 people on your own. They're
Yeah.
going to,
Yeah.
maybe you get 1, but most likely you're going to get none, and they're just going to fucking destroy
Yeah.
you.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh man, that was funny though. Just
Yeah,
watching
well, you
Battle
you talking
Mercy.
about the guy rushing in all the time. It reminded me. I was watching one of the coaches talk. Oh shit! Am I roboting on you?
No, you said you're watching one of the coaches or something.
Yeah, for the Lions for football, it was he was talking to the defensive back guys, and he's like, "All right, man, if you feel like you need to fucking speed up, you need to slow down." Because you're going to end up over pursuing the play. You're going to run too fast, and you're going to end up running past,
Oh,
and they're going to
interesting.
bug you. So it kind of reminded me of that.
Like where it's like,
That
yeah,
guy,
you're
that guy thinks,
enthusiastic and you want
yeah,
to do the thing, but
so,
sometimes,
in football, you're going to overrun. Yeah.
yeah, sometimes you just gotta
Yeah, when you
run.
want to get there quickly, you're going to rush and get captured up and allow the offense to get past you. You're going to overrun the play, basically.
Yeah, you're
You're
not giving
going too
your
fast.
team enough time
You know,
to
I mean, if
join
it's
you.
a situation where it's straight pursuit, then yeah, run as fast as you can. But yeah,
Yeah, your team can't help you if
yeah,
you
you kind of have to cover all the bases, all the cutback lanes,
Yeah, that
that
makes sense.
kind of shit. That really okay. I was trying to keep
Now
that
you
simple,
just
so I
started roboting.
did
No.
not do that. But yeah, pieces are designed. But okay, probably for the best. Oh shit.
You've roboted out. I can't tell what you're saying
Phone
anymore. unless he's vanished from the existence of the world. No longer will we have a Daytwa to kick around here. He's gone. Oh, what's going on?
Hello?
Hello. You have returned again.
Okay, you can hear me this time? Okay. Yeah, for some reason I wasn't even hearing you, so I don't know if you're...
Oh, yeah, you were totally roboted
not,
out
but,
for me.
Unless you just weren't saying anything.
No, I said you were roboted out, but I couldn't... I didn't think you heard me.
Alright, but yeah, in case you didn't hear, I've got the... Alright, yeah, I wasn't hearing anything, that's why I disconnected.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
Yeah, I wasn't hearing anything from you, so I figured I'd drop and come back. But yeah, the grandpuppy's with me again. In case if that didn't go through.
Oh yeah.
The grandpuppy's going to be with me probably way more often than not on Thursdays. So, quit licking my foot. Stop. No, I love you, puppy, but that's enough. This dog will lick any fucking skin he can. That's almost always my calves or my shins.
Yeah, it's fucking weird. Dogs don't have any boundaries when it comes to they'll put their tongue. It's kind of unfortunate.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, he prefers to lick faces. I think that's kind of all dogs kind of do. But yeah, I'll be sitting and he'll come up and start licking my elbow like from behind. So like, it's a weird thing to fucking like.
When they get you from behind is one of my pet peeves.
Dude, yeah, because you're not expecting it, and suddenly there's a fucking wet tongue on your fucking elbow. You're like, Jesus Christ.
Yep.
I'm like, yeah, I love you. I appreciate the affection, but it's too much, and you freak me out.
Yeah, it's not only is it too much, but it's also like now I've shit my pants because you've scared the hell out of me out of nowhere.
Yeah, it's not it's not a great feeling when you're not expecting it, dude.
Yeah.
You're just like, what the fuck's happening? Poopy. Not poop. Silly poppers. Yeah, the shin's like a lot, dude. So yeah, that's a little weird because you try to tell him to stop, and I have to like stop him like 2 or 3 times before he actually listens. I'm like, no lick, goddammit.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know why dogs like to ignore certain commands, but sometimes they'll just like, nah, that's cool. I'm gonna do that anyway.
Yeah, come on, quit playing hard to get. You know you want me to lick your shins. I'm gonna go try a couple more times.
You look at what you're wearing. You're wearing sandals. Don't fucking tell me you don't want this.
You're asking for it. You're asking for it.
Oh no.
And man.
That's how you get banned from
He's like,
YouTube.
No, what? Yeah, no face eggs. Right? There is no consent in the dog world.
Have you do you ever watch the It's a Gundam's little podcasting thing he does now? Where like sometimes it's like a interview, sometimes he's just talking about random shit. And I think it's called Entertainment or something like that.
Yeah.
He had some chick on.
Oh, okay.
To the most recent one, and it was very entertaining, but you could tell he really likes her.
Oh, wow.
Because it kind of felt like he was flirting a little bit the whole time.
Oh, gotcha. Usually, I kind of got the impression he was not a huge fan of the ladies. I mean, not that he was gay or anything like that, but just understood that most women are awful, I thought.
Oh, yeah, he just
but maybe not.
He's dated his way through, like, the worst of the worst is essentially, I think, what it is. So he's like, I've been there, I've done that, I'm not interested. You know, this is kind of his attitude, I'm guessing.
So he must have found one like, oh, wow, this one might not be fucking insane.
She sounds actually pretty reasonable, yeah, as far as, like, sanity goes. That's a fair point. She does not sound batshit fucking crazy.
Hey, Coach. Yeah, they're good at hiding it sometimes, so you never know.
You know what? That was my thought.
Sometimes they can hide the crazy.
There is a sort of a thing where like you get girls who are like sort of like the hey, look at me, I'm not like other girls, like but they're like, I'm a conservative girl, I'm not like other girls, like it's their shtick, it's not real.
Yeah.
Like you get the feeling like they'll say whatever
Yeah.
it takes to
Yeah.
get people to watch and be interested in whatever it is they have to sell, you know. Like they're not very
Yeah. Yeah.
genuine.
If they say that out loud. Yeah. If they feel the need to say I'm not like other girls, they're
Well, they
probably
don't
nuts.
say it,
They're
but you know
probably full
that's
of shit.
the attitude kind of
Yeah. Well,
conveys
not
it. If that makes
directly,
sense.
but no. Yeah. No, not directly, but like they need to. It seems like they're making subtly trying to make it known. I guess I don't know. It's hard to describe, but
What is it?
I hope that makes sense.
There's a men's rights. What do you call it?
And right, MRA or
An
MGTOW?
MRA chick and Roma Army or something like that. I want to say.
Come here.
She's
All right.
part of the Roma Army, and
I don't know what that is.
She
but
has
all right.
That's the name of her channel. It's like Roma Army or something like that. But like she has that
Yeah,
pick me girl
but-
kind of vibe so strongly.
Right.
Where it's just like,
Yeah.
it's like
Yeah, you know who,
I think you're just doing this to get people on your OnlyFans. I don't think you genuinely care that much. You're just repeating talking points that other people have said. Kind of feel, you know?
Yeah. I think
Because there are MRA chicks that are
the
legit
chick from-
MRA, but like she just seems like you just want to be sexy and you're always wearing really low cut shirts and selling your OnlyFans and stuff. So nice try.
Yeah. No, I've seen the only other one I can think of that it seems somewhat forced. The female MRA is. Are you familiar with the Honey Badgers?
Yes.
Okay, Allison from the Honey Badgers.
Oh, the one with the short blonde hair.
She's not particularly attractive. It's that one.
Yeah. She looks like she swallowed a fucking sour apple all the time.
Alright. Yeah, like hers, I don't know. It seems like she is doing the MRA thing to get dick or something. I don't know. I don't know what her motives are, but it's something insincere about it to me.
Right? It's not a thing you can say
wrong.
like a specific thing. Like there's nothing they've done specifically that you can say, all right, that right there feels like fake. But it's just like a general sort of feel.
Yeah, something just doesn't seem quite right. Yeah, you can't exactly put your name on it. It seems a little forced. I could probably find examples, but I'm not going to. But like Karen Strawn, she seems genuine.
Yeah.
In a way that Allison just doesn't.
Karen is the one
Yeah,
that's
like,
she's
Karen
married,
seems
right? Like she's
completely
married.
genuine.
Oh, she's the one with the short hair that's married. Okay. Yeah. That's what
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
thinking of. I was picturing her for the other one, but I think I was picturing the wrong one.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, no, Allison's not nearly as well known. Let's see if I can find a picture of her. I think it's Allison. I might even getting the name wrong. But yeah, she's the other one. Yeah, Karen, like I said, seems completely sincere in a way that Allison just doesn't. Like
Yeah.
it seems like she would be like, "No, you gotta fuck me. I'm on your side. You have to fuck me." Like if you, you know what I mean?
Sort of
Like,
like
I would
those,
I wouldn't be surprised if
if
she
you don't
said
have
something
sex with
along
this
those
man, you're a
lines
transphobe.
when she met a
because,
dude in person.
you know, or if you don't have sex with
Yeah.
a man, you're a
Not
transphobe
quite
because
that
you
bad, but
didn't
yeah.
fuck the guy who's pretending to be a girl. You know, like that
Yeah.
that sort of thing. Like you have to have
Yeah,
sex with that
maybe not
person. or
quite
you're
that
bad.
extreme, but yeah. Yeah, hold on. Trying to find a picture of the bitch. Yeah, that's too unflattering even for me to share. Let's see.
Well, that's just mean. You're like, oh,
God,
that's just
well,
mean.
she's
No.
not attractive anyway, so I guess it doesn't really matter. And like she looks really not attractive in this one. Let me find one that's less not attractive. But yeah, it's a different reason than the girl that you're talking about. But it's still insincere. You know what I mean? Like it's still bullshit,
Oh, yeah.
kinda. They're not completely insincere, I shouldn't say, but yeah, it feels like there's more than. Yeah, she's trying to get something out of it.
Yeah, it's weird.
Like guilting guys into fucking her or something. I'd have to see her act like in person, I guess, to know for sure. But yeah, it seems like a big part of what she does is about. Jesus Christ, there's not many pictures of her. Oh, Alice. Oh, I can do her name now that I know it. Where is it? Allison Tiemann, Tieman. There. Because I was just putting in Honey Badger's radio because I didn't know her last name. All right. It should be easier to find images if I just put in her name. It doesn't really matter. But whatever.
Yeah, what is it? Yeah, there's a lot of people like that out there who, like, you can tell they're part of this, that, or the other group.
That's not going to work.
Or they're doing YouTube. Like, Hassan Piker is not a leftist. I don't believe for a heartbeat. I think he's just figured out that that's the easiest way to make as much money as possible doing what he does.
Yeah. Yeah, selling the Eat the Rich shirts and having a multi-million-dollar mansion that he's living in.
Oh yeah, his family's giving him everything.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. Or like the fucking
it's all fucking
the fucking okay boomer bitch.
Yeah, yeah, she's the same thing. Like her whole thing is her family gave her everything.
Yeah, again the okay
and
boomer chick.
If she didn't have a family that would basically fund a life of leisure, she would never have been able to spend that much time on TikTok to build up the following that she did. It's like if you didn't have like this rich family that gave you everything.
Yeah, and then her like their attitude. And the attitude seems to be like, oh no, really rich people. So anyone that has at least $1 more than me, like I'm the cutoff.
Oh yeah, they're always the cut. That's always the fucking.
Anyone who's more wealthy than I am, that's the cutoff.
Yeah, that is the most obnoxious thing ever because it is always the fucking cutoff. It's always like the, oh no, it's only the people that are more wealthy than I am that are the problem. I'm perfectly fine, and you're like, oh Jesus, fuck off, man.
Yeah, right after, because she did like a tour. Look at my $2 million condo apartment or whatever, and they're like, okay, you're really rich too then if you have a $2 million fucking condo.
Yep.
No, really rich people. People that have a $2 million in one condo, those are the people that we need to go after. Anyone there and up. Yeah.
Yeah, that's one of the more annoying, like, constant sort of things.
Yeah. Yep, they just know what they need to say to get money out of fucking morons.
Yeah.
So I guess they're good at that. But
I wish people would stop fucking.
Yeah, she might be dumb enough to
for these fucking people. That is one of my pet peeves. When you're talking about getting money out of morons, it always triggers me.
Yeah,
because there's all these people that fucking pay him free money, like Hassan as well. Like people simp for Hassan, and it's like so gross.
He's such a. It's very odd.
You know,
I'm trying to downplay how fucking ultra rich his dad is. Like, you know what I mean? Like trying to pretend that he doesn't come from
a family that basically ran a fucking country, like essentially.
There ran the main corporation or whatever, conglomerate in Turkey or whatever.
Yeah. There was a brief period of time where Twitch had a karaoke stream thing that you could do on there, where it had like a built-in system that would so the streamer could do like karaoke songs or the viewers could join in, all that kind of stuff, and it was pretty cool.
Right.
But unfortunately, copyright issues and fucking record companies wanting big slices of money that was absurd, fucking killed it.
Right.
And, as it does. But before that got killed, there was a streamer I watched on there who was a lot of fun. And I was watching, and it was enjoyable. And then I realized that the only thing that mattered was whether you donated money. So he wasn't genuinely like connecting with his audience. He was just like, oh, it's like this guy paid me money, so I have to pay attention to this guy for a little while, and it was so painfully obvious after like watching maybe 3 or 4 streams, because at first I was just like grooving along, enjoying the karaoke. Like I don't really give a shit about the rest of it. I'm just listening to people sing, and it's kind of fun. And you hear like funny or bad singers or like really good singers, just sort of random like that, how it is on the internet. But then I realized after a while, it was like the vibe it gave me was the same vibe I got when I went to a strip club. Right? And it was just so fucking like, it was such a similar vibe where it was like, oh, this is just, you feel kind of dirty because it's obvious, like, if you didn't have money, they wouldn't be there. Like, they're not there to hang out and have a good time.
Yeah.
And share that time with everyone else. They just want to get money, and that's the only reason they're there. And fair enough, like I have no problem with that, but it feels gross when you're watching it, and it certainly isn't something I would want to like participate in.
Yeah. Yeah, just be honest about it. You know what I mean? Or at least not lie about it, I guess. You don't have to come out and say it that you're all about the money, but don't pretend you're not, I guess.
I don't know.
My request of that people like that.
I think it's one of those things where I should have been more aware of it, and I just wasn't paying attention because I was just like, oh yeah, we're all having a good time singing some fun songs together. This is kind of a fun and entertaining thing, and I think probably the people that do better on Twitch don't do that. Like that streamer I watched did, or like the other people that are on there. I think other people are better at not doing that. They come off more natural and genuine, or they're smart enough to just disregard the amount of money that anybody's given them. Yeah, you gave me like $5 in a donation, but I'm not going to give you more or less respect or attention than anyone else, kind of thing.
Yeah. Like any streamer that actually occasionally reads comments that are not super chat.
Right.
You don't even have to do it that often. I mean, there's some that really can't. I mean, there's some that there's just too many people. You know what I mean? You're not going to be able to fucking pick out individual chat unless you have somebody doing it for you. Like, hey, if you see a really good, funny chat or whatever, fucking highlight it for me. But yeah, if you're actually streaming and like I don't know, like Wendigoon or fucking, somebody with a fucking huge audience.
Oh, yeah, with a big audience.
There's too many people, dude. There's too many chats. Yeah, there's just too many flying by, dude. Like, you'd have to have somebody, like, actually do that for you. Like, hey, if it's funny or whatever, fucking, highlight it for me.
If I had a Twitch channel that was that big, I would 100% hire, like, 2 or 3 people to be moderating the chat, and, because Twitch is super, super serial about, like, what people say. But also, to pick out good ones.
Yeah.
Like, it's dual purpose. Yeah, like, on the one hand, it sucks because, Twitch is so,
like the one I
shut you down for things people in your chat say. So you got to be careful, but,
Right. Yeah. But, no, it's like the one I sent the other day, and was, actually Wendigoon. Where the guy says, explain the Bible to me in Team Fortress 2 terms so I can understand. Like, I thought that was really fucking funny.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. Maybe it's just me, dude, but I thought that was a pretty fucking funny line. No, explain it to me in video game terms so I can understand the Bible. Like shit like that. Like, if you could have somebody picking those out so you can highlight them and it's not just the super chats, like, that goes a pretty long way.
That, I think, is the biggest part.
Because there's a lot of funny shit. There's a lot of trash, though. Like, there's, I mean, a majority probably at least are trash and not worth reading or highlighting.
Well,
there's some really fucking funny
lot of
shit
assholes
that
out
people
there,
say.
You're going to get a lot of people that are going to say really, like, mean, harmful, or not harmful, hurtful things on there or whatever. And if you're a pussy, then
yeah.
There's people that got a ban for that and stuff, too. But, like, just the fact that those comments are there just takes up your time, and it's like, now I can't concentrate on the other comments as well because there's just so many running by. What the
Yeah.
hell?
Yeah, so I have to understand for the big streamers. But if you're not huge, like if you're medium size or whatever, you should be able to read the non fucking super chats as well.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Occasionally.
yeah.
Like I
The
said,
the,
don't
the
even have
guy
to
that
do it
I
a
was
lot.
watching was not a big or medium streamer. He was a small streamer for sure.
Right,
It was
yeah.
it was kind
Yeah,
of.
so if somebody like that's yeah, just never reading anything but super chats, if they're
Well,
small like that, you're
he
like,
would
fuck you, dude.
read the other chats, but there was a clear like it was weird. It was like, boy,
Yeah,
was he
the
happy to
enthusiasm
see
the enthusiasm
anybody that
level
was
is
giving him
different.
money and subscribed. Um,
Yeah.
he was super happy if there
Mm.
was any girl that wanted
Yeah,
to
you
come on
can
the thing to sing
you
anytime.
can
It
see
was
that.
like, it was very clear that the only things that mattered were things that he thought were going to get more people watching and more views and more money. And it wasn't like him having
Gotcha.
a good, like, he wasn't
Yeah.
going to go do this on
Yeah.
a weekend and hang out with people doing that on its own, but he tried to make it feel like that. And it was like,
Yeah.
either be more straightforward of like, hey, dude, I'm trying to build my audience. This is
Yeah.
my career. This is what we're trying to do here. Uh,
Yeah, as
or
long
be
as you're
friendly
honest
with the
about it.
audience and whatnot.
Yeah.
Like you can't do both because it comes off very disingenuous.
Yeah.
And also they shut down the thing.
Yeah,
So
as long as you're not bullshitting about it.
yeah,
You know what I
exactly.
mean? As long as you're being honest about what you're doing. Yeah, either say nothing or, tell the truth. Like,
Exactly.
don't bullshit.
And I'm not. And it was one of those things where like I couldn't pinpoint a specific thing or behavior, or whatever. But it felt like a strip club.
Yeah.
And it was real weird.
Yeah.
It's like a weird vibe.
Oh, I get you, man. Yeah.
Because I'm sure you've been to one.
Yeah, it makes
like
it
everybody
tough
goes
because
to
you're
a
like, I
strip
know you're
club
full of
once.
shit.
I would say.
Yeah, yeah.
And then
Yeah,
they're
I've been
like,
to a few, and
oh,
there's
this is
literally, I think,
fucking
2 occasions
awful.
ever. Yeah, yeah.
It's like,
Yeah, I never understood the appeal of it. I'm like, yeah. If I can't get a bitch to do this for free, like, you're not really accomplishing anything by fucking throwing money at him and paying him to pretend to like you. And I just don't get it, dude. I don't get what the appeal is.
yeah, you pay money to get blue balls in the saddest way possible.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Very
it's like,
odd. Mm-hmm. I do.
That was the part that always got me was like because I went twice. Once was a friend's birthday, and it was the first time any of us had gone. And then one of my friends really enjoyed it for some reason. He really wanted to go back, so we went to a different one, and that one was not as fun. But it was one of those things where it was like I'd already decided after the first one, I mean, I can get blue balls at home. Like this is I don't need to go here to do that.
Yeah.
Like if I'm not gonna get actual sex out of it, what am I doing here? Like there's I don't know, just weird.
Yeah, it was definitely never my idea to go to the fucking strip club. That's for sure.
Yeah, I do think the one thing I benefited from
the first 2 times were literally 2 bachelor parties, and my friends were 2 of my friends married, whatever. Oh, go ahead, sorry.
Oh, I was gonna say the thing I thought was the funniest part, the best benefit for me and my friends was and I found out my friend doesn't like black chicks. we were we were like, me and my other friend were like, look, if we don't get this dude a lap dance from the first fucking girl that walks up there and just get him to fucking get over himself immediately, because we knew the guy, and we're like, this is gonna go really obnoxiously. He's not gonna get anything, and he's gonna be fucking uptight the whole night. And so it was very entertaining to
right
get him a dance, but it was also kind of funny because
found out he's racist.
He's like, don't do that again. I really don't.
Oh,
like
he's racist.
Well, he has a preference. He's not sexually attracted to black women for whatever reason. I don't know if he's racist because he's never been like, oh, I hate them blackies or whatever. You know. So, but it was just like very entertaining to watch him squirm.
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, maybe he's racist. I don't know, but I never heard him say anything against any other group of race or anything like that, other than just he wasn't into like black chicks. I was like, all right, well, I mean, if you're not attracted to him, you're not attracted to him.
Yeah, I know. I mean, I'm not. Yeah, I don't know if there's any any group of women because again, black chicks are pretty low on my fucking like as far as my favorite type of woman or whatever. But I still, there's still attractive black women.
To me,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely.
So it seems it's not about. But again, maybe not.
It's not about skin color to me. It seems
vaguely racist, but I could be completely wrong.
Well, everybody has different things that attract them. So, like, for me, it's not about skin color or attractiveness. Because, like, I can find something attractive in any woman. Like, I mean, even that giant fucking mountain cow. Whale that thinks she's a 10 when she's not. What really works for me is personality. And I know that sounds awful, but it's like Jabba the Slut. Yeah, there you go.
It always sounds like bullshit.
I know it sounds like bullshit, but it's like, man, if I'm not interested in somebody I can't spend time with and enjoy that time. And that matters so much more to me because, like, I can fuck anything. I'm a dude. Like, this is how we are. But, like, if I can't sit down and have a fun conversation with this person all the time on a regular basis, I don't want to spend that much time with them. You know? Like, I'm not interested.
Yeah.
Because that's what you're going to be doing a lot fucking more in a relationship.
I can fuck a chick once.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I can, there's been occasions when I fucked a chick that I didn't really have much of a connection with, but yeah, there was something kind of empty about it.
Yeah. I mean, if it's just for the sex of it, for sure, whatever.
No desire to.
It doesn't matter. But yeah, I'm not going to be that interested in it, honestly. Because that emotional connection makes a big difference when you're having sex with somebody.
It's going to be a one. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, no, like I said, it feels great in the moment, but like fucking shortly after, you kind of feel like I would just feel like empty. I'm like, ugh, I don't like this feeling. Like the sex was great, but this feeling now, there was no real connection. Is not a great feeling. So yeah, I would generally tend to avoid that and try to get some kind of connection.
Oh, I don't even enjoy the sex part of it at that point, honestly, if I really don't like the person. I mean, the physical aspect, I suppose, is good, but it's like somebody you genuinely share a connection with.
Yeah, I mean, it was almost always.
And that you genuinely love, like,
there's
an intensity there that's not there otherwise.
Yeah, way different. Yeah, and again, I was usually drunk when that kind of thing would happen. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, that makes sense. Horny. Yeah, if you're drinking.
A vast majority of the time, yeah.
As one does. Nothing wrong with that. You're supposed to be drunk and horny. That's a very masculine trait.
Yeah. Why not? Why not?
Why not? Indeed, sir.
All drunk.
Indubitably.
Blame it on the alcohol. It wasn't my fault. I was drunk.
Let's see. What was interesting to me was, so that person you saw on Piers Morgan, like that was obviously they mentioned it in the show multiple times that was a performance artist, quote unquote. I don't know that I would call that performance art. I think that was just a fucking retard in a costume, but whatever.
And they're almost certainly legitimately crazy also, but they were also playing that shit up.
Yeah, like lot. Something was wrong with that person, and I don't think that was art, in my opinion.
No, it was performative, but definitely I would not call it art.
Exactly. There was a performance involved, true. Art? No.
Definitely. Just fucking... Yeah, you're just acting crazy without any real fucking point.
Exactly.
Screaming about free Palatine, talking about how Piers Morgan is fucking beating them up somehow or attacking them. when he, other than, dude, I just thought it was really funny because he kept saying, "Okay, now crackhead," and they're like, "What? Like your name's Crackhead Larry? I'm calling you Crackhead." I don't know. I just found that pretty fucking funny. Although I don't
Well, I
know
like
that
that he
Piers
somehow
Morgan was
thought that
actually
this
trying to be
person was
funny.
going to have a regular conversation with him.
Yeah, he's a fucking moron, dude.
It's like, yeah, well, yeah, Piers Morgan is dumb as fuck. I'm not a fan of Piers Morgan either. That was why I was like, I don't see this crackhead person, and I don't really want to watch fucking Hassan Piker and Piers Morgan have a conversation. Like, I'm all for hearing opposing points of view, but I don't think either of these people give a shit what they're talking about.
Yeah, I did not get to the part where Hassan had to fucking explain to him that was bullshit. I'm like, did you really not know? Like, I'm like, and then I went back, watched it again. I'm like, wow, he's actually trying to take this seriously. What a fucking moron. Like, how do you not recognize in the first 30 seconds that this was some performative fucking bullshit?
Oh, the other people on this show actually were like, why would you even bother? Like, why were you having this conversation in the first place? Which was funny, and then Hassan was like, yeah, they're just doing it for clout. Why are you even engaging with this person? What's wrong with you? Like, you just gave them all the attention that they wanted and wasted everybody's fucking time here. Like, it was just like, what an idiot. Piers Morgan.
Yeah, I would love to know, like, because, again, it's not like he just said, have that person on right now. No vetting. Like, you know what I mean? Somebody would have had to have been somewhere, would have had to investigate this person on some level, you would think.
You would, right?
A person actually calling themselves, someone calling themselves Crackhead Barney. And you thought, I'm sure they're going to have a measured, intelligent take on Free Palestine.
Yeah.
So get over there. Go around. Come on. No. Come on. There you go. Okay. Oh, shit. Sorry. Dude, I fucking forget. I'm sorry.
What do you
mean? Got twisted around the fucking...
that you're talking to people? Yeah. Fair enough. Because you gotta, you gotta tell the dog no right when something happens, though. So I get that.
Yeah. Well, he was up there on the pillar, and I thought he was finally, he had been doing really good about knowing how to get back out of it. But he seemed to forget. Luke, get out of there. Leave it. I'm gonna kick your butt. Crazy dog. Yeah, so I thought he had actually figured it out. And apparently he has not.
Okay, so that...
Alright.
Alright, there we go. Sorry, I'm a little distracted with Minecraft too, but one of the things that got me was there was this interesting point at which Hassan said some stupid bullshit. I don't remember what he said, and this other girl starts asking him to back up his points, like, you say this, why do you think that this is okay? What is your reasoning for this, that, and the other thing? Like, you've made these claims, now back them up with some sort of facts or things. And retard Mangold is like, stops the video and he's like, oh, like everybody has opinions. Why can't he have an opinion? I'm like, look, fucking moron. You don't get to say shit to other people if you're not willing to, back it up.
Yeah.
Like, if they're going to make some sort of bizarre fucking claim, you got to have something to back that claim up with.
Yeah, if you can't be bothered to explain your position. Yeah.
Even if your quote unquote opinion is like,
I think
be able to elaborate
on your position.
Yeah, even if it's just I like cheeseburgers better than pizza. Like, somebody's gonna in a conversation, people are gonna be like, oh, why is that? And you should be able to answer.
You should be able to articulate your position. Like, you can't just say, oh yeah, no, I should think you should stop with doing that. Yeah. Okay, why? Well, no, they should just stop doing that. Whatever the fuck it is.
Yeah,
You're like, no, dude,
especially in a
fucking
televised
explain
debate.
at least a little bit.
Was like, does Asmongold even realize what's going
Yeah.
on here? Like, does he understand
Yeah.
what this is all about? Like, that they're having a debate. Like, is he clear on that, or somebody needs to explain this to Asmongold because he's clearly too stupid to understand what he's watching right now. Just so fucking infuriating sometimes. I think, man, that might be one of my pet peeves, just because like I cannot stand when people fall back on quote unquote opinions. Like that might be one of the most frustrating things in the world. It's like you're not talking about opinions. You're talking about like things that are demonstrably factual or not factual. You're not in the land of opinion. If we're past like I didn't like that movie, like I didn't like the newest Willy Wonka movie. A lot of my friends on VR chat loved that fucking movie. Like it got them so fucking wet. But like I'm not into it, man. I thought it was terrible. That's an opinion. There's I can back that up or not. Oh no, did he disappear? Oh, maybe you couldn't hear me anymore. Oh no. Can you hear me now?
All right. I don't know. All right. Yeah, dude, it was doing this weird thing where it was like it would like roll about out, get like silent for seconds, and then all of a sudden was hearing what you were currently saying, but then like it was also at the same time playing what you had said 5 to 10 seconds earlier or something. Like
Oh, weird.
like talking at the same time. And went on for yeah. So sorry, I caught some of that. But yeah, Asmongold's not the super smart guy. It's weird because she sometimes says some shit that's spot on. But yeah,
I
most
think
of the
it's
shit
like
he
an
says is
accident
really
when that happens, though. I don't think he's doing it
Yeah,
intentionally.
yeah. I don't think he thinks deeply about much. When he does, he generally will make a decent point. But yeah, he has a bad habit of whatever his fucking chat tells him, he takes that as the absolute truth, doesn't bother to check if it's true, and then he fucking bases his stupid, shallow opinion on that.
Yeah, it's very
So yeah,
obnoxious.
like I said,
But the other part was
sometimes it's fine.
I was talking about like what drives me nuts is when people fall back on opinion when they've been called out for saying something that's wrong.
Oh, right.
And it's like it's very
just saying,
frustrating
"Hey,
because it's
opinion.
like if
I'm
you're
not
not
gonna
talking
say
about I like pizza better than cheeseburgers or I like this movie or I didn't like that movie, it's not an opinion.
Yeah.
Like if I can demonstrate scientifically that what you said is an incorrect statement, we're not in opinion territory, and you don't get to say like, oh well, that's just my opinion.
Yeah.
No, it's not. Like this is reality, and it either exists or it
Yeah.
doesn't.
If you're getting in the commentary area, yeah. If you're getting into commentary area, just saying it's just my opinion is
if
pretty
people
shitty.
are having
like, you should be able to again
televised
elaborate
debate over Israel versus Palestine, then if you're going to say Israel's bad
say,
or
I think it's
Palestine's bad, you have to demonstrate why.
Yeah.
You have to give me historical facts that verify that's reason why I should disagree with what that country is doing.
Yeah, no, it sounds the same as Asmongold, so it's not surprising that Asmongold would be backing him up like that because, both of them do that same shit where they're like, did say some shallow bullshit, and then they're like, no, that should be enough. Yeah, that's bad, and that's all.
I said buzzwords. Bad. I used the buzzwords of Pinto. I said the buzzwords. I win. It's like, all right, no, that's not how it works, Captain Underpaints. Put your fucking shirt back on all the way. Let's And then
like the last time I think Asmongold had anything decent to say back when they were going over the Sweet Baby Inc. shit, where they're forcing the diversity and all that shit in. Like he had a really good fucking point about all that shit.
Did you hear about all the colleges?
So, once a month or so, once every month or two.
Yeah.
What?
All the colleges kids are like protesting about Palestine. There's free Palestine. They're protesting, and then a lot of the
They have no
backing
idea
that's
what's
coming
going
from
on.
it is supposedly coming from terrorists. Supposedly,
Oh
I haven't
wow.
heard any facts though. I've heard a lot of people. I've heard that people are saying
Yeah.
that, and it's like,
Mm,
I'm gonna need some facts on that one. Like, I do think it's dumb as shit that they're
yeah.
protesting at all. It's like none of their fucking concern. But like, um,
Yeah. Yeah. Virtue signaling nonsense, dude.
exactly, they're not doing it because they care. They're doing it because somebody told them to. Um,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
what's interesting is the potential funding thing. Is like I'd like to know more about that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, also
Yeah. That's
apparently,
fucking nuts. Like
in
terrorists
New
are
York,
paying
they called
college
in the
kids to
National
protest?
Guard to stop them because I think they're protesting
Yeah.
on
Oh wow, the
campuses.
protesters?
Yeah, I think they're
Oh,
protesting
okay.
on campus, doing
Wow.
like sit-ins and stuff where they're taking up space that they're not supposed to be, and they're ignoring the like people telling them to move kind of thing.
Yeah. So just being obnoxious, dude. I don't get that, dude. Like, why do you think just annoying the average person or everyday people is going to get anybody on your side? Like, if you're just doing shit
Uh,
that's annoying,
because the
um,
Chinese and Russian propaganda that's basically taken control over their minds, uh, wants them
tells
to
them to
be.
tells them that's what the best way to go is.
Yeah, and,
Yeah.
and they want them to do that because they want them mad and to think that they gotta fight like hell. Instead of like, figure out ways to work with other people and like do things that will actually bring awareness. Because the last thing they want is these people to like, what do you call it? Get anything effective done. Because then they wouldn't be mad. They wouldn't
Yeah.
be destroying
Yeah.
things. They wouldn't be, going after people to try to shut them
Yeah.
down. It would actually be effectively changing and making things better for us and our economy, and our society in general.
Yeah.
They don't
Yeah.
want
They're
that.
useful idiots. Yeah, it's funny that they're fucking communists, and then the communists were constant, like the original communist guys were describing things like useful idiots, and they don't comprehend the fact that they're the useful idiots.
They are idiots. Although, to be
Yeah,
fair, I think
yeah,
with a lot of these college kids, I think they're so fucking sheltered that they just have no idea what's going on. With no concept of
yeah,
reality. They've been raised to think that, the only thing that matters is the things that are wrong with them. And that, that's the thing to be
mm,
proud of or something. Like, don't get me wrong. I don't think people that have
yeah,
mental health issues should be ashamed. But it's not a fucking point of pride. It
right,
doesn't
right,
make you better than anyone. It's like that's just a dumb way to think that some arbitrary trait you have no control over makes you superior to other people. It's the same exact
yeah,
thing as racism. It's just with mental health or stuff like that. It's like it's so fucking poisonous a way to think because if you base your self worth on what you can do, what you cannot do, like you can work out really hard and be like in really great shape. Like that's a good thing to base your self worth on because you're the one that made those choices. But if you're born with like a
yeah,
gland problem,
yeah,
like maybe you shouldn't feel so bad about being fat. Like there's really not a lot you can do about that. You do what you can,
mm, yeah,
but you don't base your self worth on it because it's beyond your control. Which is not my excuse for being fat. I'm just
yeah,
fucking lazy and I eat too much. There's just to be clear.
yeah, yeah, yeah. No, same here, dude. I know. I absolutely. It's not surprising if you fucking eat when you're bored or eat more than you know you have to and don't balance that out.
Yeah.
Like, it's no mystery for me. I know I can lose weight pretty easily. I actually try. I entirely, I just don't really care. It probably would
Well,
be better if I did, but
you're not out there
I
trying to
don't.
get pussy all the time. So it's
Yeah,
kind of the
indeed.
reason most people stay in shape. Well, you should be staying in shape just because it's healthier
Uh,
and you live longer and all that. But like the reason most people do is
yeah,
because they want to have a
yeah,
have good sex. You know, like that's kind of the main
Yeah,
reason.
no, it was. I had convinced myself that it was just to feel better or whatever, and then when I decided I was just retiring my cock, I have not really had any motivation to fucking work out or get in shape since. So I kind of had to acknowledge, oh, it was pussy all along. Whatever bullshit I convinced myself of just feeling better, fucking, staying in shape
Yep.
to live longer. Like, no, it was pussy. Pussy was by far the primary fucking motivation.
I think that's why. What was it? Didn't Joe Rogan was he was the
So
most
not an
recent
easy
one to
thing.
get caught banging random waitresses and shit? Maybe I'm wrong, but
It wouldn't be surprising. Yeah. Well, I remember there was some chick that he was having open for him, that he was just having her open because he was fucking her.
yeah.
Like that happened a while back. Yeah. So yeah, I wouldn't. Yeah, I'm sure Rogan's got a fucking pretty strong sex drive that he's not bothering to try to control.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No
That would
doubt.
not
No
be
doubt
surprising.
whatsoever that he's out there getting laid on a regular basis. Is good for him. Yeah. He's like 50 something. You know, I think he's like 50 or 51 or 52 or some years old. Actually, I'm curious now. Hold on, let me look it up.
Yeah.
And he looks great. He's in amazing shape.
Yeah, he's at least. Yeah. Yeah, he's got to be at least in his mid
56 years.
50s.
56 years old.
Yeah.
And he looks
I
like he's
thought
in his, late 30s, early 40s at most. Like, he definitely looks at least a decade younger than he is. I'm sure there might be people that would disagree with me on that.
Yeah,
but
he's definitely
I would
taking care of himself.
Few and far between.
Yeah.
And good for him. He does it because he genuinely
But yeah, and
enjoys
it's, for him, I think yeah. Although again, the chick that he was bringing on the road, bang! I'm like, really? Like you're fucking Joe Rogan.
Oh, we know who it was. I don't know
on the road anywhere. I don't remember who it was now because this was like a year or two ago. But I just remember thinking like, although
maybe he thinks like I do,
like just a shitload of hot women.
Maybe he thinks like I do.
Pussy's pussy, and he's just like, this is the most convenient.
Well, maybe he was like, I got my wife at home and I got my road wife, and she's really cool to hang out with, and I get to get blowjobs from her. Because like to me, it's like I don't even know if it's that super hot. I'd be into that as long as she's super cool. Like a super awesome person.
I suspect. Because I don't know. I remember the girl being kind of annoying, so I'm thinking it was just like he was like, "I want some guaranteed pussy on the road that's not going to give me any headaches or any fucking problems. Like whatever pussy I can find that's not going to give me any problems, and I'm going to get to fuck her and forget about her when I'm home." Yeah, I don't think he's that worried about personality. I could be wrong, but she didn't seem like she had a great personality. I remember that.
What I'm saying is maybe Joe Rogan has similar tastes to mine as opposed to like the just like how she looks. I'm saying it's a possibility. I'm not saying he does or doesn't. I'm saying it's always possible. You never know.
Right.
Because everybody's got weird, people got weird fucking kinks. It's just weird. Maybe for him it's more about can she make me fucking laugh? Who fucking knows? Maybe that's what gets him off because he's a comic.
Yeah, he thinks Bert Kreischer's funny, so his
his fucking his taste in companions or people that he hangs out with
Brendan
is pretty fucking terrible.
Yeah. So Schaub and Schaub. Yeah, those two alone is enough proof that his sense of humor is a bit skewed.
Yeah.
Did you ever see the clip of he had Jeff Garlin on, the actor from the Goldbergs? I think was the main thing he's known for. I think he was on Curb Your Enthusiasm too. But anyways, Jeff Garlin, he must be a comic too because he was talking about that shit, and he was actually like talking shit about how fucking how weird it is, how cringy it is. That like guys will do like fucking like some weird chair humping motion or some shit like that on stage, And yeah, I guess he hadn't seen Rogan stand up because Rogan does that kind of shit. So
Oh
Rogan was kind of trying to defend himself.
no.
Yes, dude.
That had to be
Dude, it
an
was so
awkward
fucking
fucking
funny.
moment.
Like, he's like, dude, well, yeah, I mean, yeah, Rogan handled it about as well as he could because he's like, well, I don't know, sometimes it's going to be funny. And Garland was like, really? Like, yeah, so he obviously didn't know. Or if he did, that's even fucking funnier.
Oh no. Was
He
Rogan like
literally
all
acted like
embarrassed
he
and
didn't
shit? Or
know.
was he just like, you know, fuck
No, he
you. I
was
do that
trying,
shit
kind
and
of
it's
trying to
fucking
defend it.
funny.
Yeah, no, he was just kind of like, I don't know, sometimes it can be good. And, you know, he was kind of had that attitude with it. Um, yeah, if Garland knew he actually did that shit, it's even funnier in my opinion.
Oh,
Because he
that would
acted like
actually be a lot more
I
funny,
mean,
yeah.
obviously he was talking. Yeah, he was talking like he had no idea. Because I don't think if you did, you'd hit Rogan with that.
Oh, I've told people straight
But if
up
you
that I
did,
think shit they do is
yeah,
fucking cringe, man. I absolutely will. I have no problems with
yeah,
that.
yeah. But
I
yeah,
was
if he
chatting
was
with some chick
pretending that he did,
on Discord through the karaoke group where we're all like getting ready to doing some Overwatches, and she kept fucking bringing up this like ERP thing that she was gonna like group or something that she was trying to get into. And I was always like, yeah,
mm-hmm.
that's cool, but I've always thought that was kind of cringe doing like ERP stuff. Like I never could get into that. Like, and it
What's
wasn't like
ERP?
accusatory, erotic roleplay,
Oh, okay, okay.
where they'll like talk dirty to each other, and if they're wearing like the bodysuits, they'll like
Yeah.
simulate fucking in like cyberspace or whatever. And to me, that's cringe as fuck. Like, just, I can't imagine
Yeah.
what you get out of that. I don't understand it. Now, am I going to tell
Yeah, that's
somebody
a
not to do
feminine
it?
thing.
No, but I'm not going to sit here and pretend it's not fucking weird. You know?
Yeah,
Like, I'm
yeah.
sorry. Like, that's not my job. I'm not here to fucking hold your hand and make you feel better all day. Yeah.
Yeah, any of that shit, like phone stacks or the ERP, any of that kind of shit. Yeah, I don't get it.
Yeah, and do what you want. Like,
Yeah, it's not
the
my
phone
thing.
sex is out
Yeah,
there. If
yeah,
somebody wants to
yeah,
call a phone
exactly.
line, call it. And just don't
Yeah,
expect
if
me
it
to
works
not
for you,
pretend
great.
it's super cool and
Yeah,
hot.
yeah, yeah. I think it's fucking cringe. You're welcome to do it, but it's fucking weird to me. I don't get it.
And if you're going to bring it up in conversation over and over, this chick, I think, just wants attention. Because she's
All
always
right,
talking
and she
about,
was
like,
trying to find somebody.
like, oh, what was it? Talking about how, like, she, wasn't wearing any panties or something. And, oh, I just put on these panties now. All I gotta do is just push them to the side if I have to pee or something. It's so nice. And it's like, I don't fucking care. Like, I don't want to know about your fucking underwear situation. I don't need
Yeah,
to know that you were naked playing the game or topless. Doesn't matter to me. Because this is fucking mad. Like, I'm not getting anything out of it. Like, we're not gonna meet up and bang or something. So don't fucking waste my time with this nonsense. Oh man. But you can tell, like, it's for attention for sure.
yeah, yeah, yeah. She's probably trying to find another partner. Like, oh, I hope somebody says they want to do the ERP with me now. Could have been a big part of it too.
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
Could have been her. What do you call it?
Oh, I don't.
Fishing for another partner to
Yeah, I don't
do
doubt
this
like
shit with.
that if I
Maybe.
made the correct responses, I could have been joining in the fun or whatever. But because people really like my voice for some odd reason in VR chat, it's fucking weird. I think I don't think I have like a really really nice voice. I think I have a voice that is reminiscent enough, and the way and my attitude is also kind of like more parental than maybe they're used to. And I think a lot of these people just don't have fathers at home. Like, if I'm to be honest here. And that kind of like tends to, for some reason, make people want to do weird ERP shit with me. Like, I've had to block people, like, legit, like, just straight up block people. Like, oh, you won't stop trying to fucking be sexual with me. I'm just gonna block you because it's not why I'm here, and I don't know how fucking old you are. Like, you could be 16 pretending to be 30. I don't fucking know. All I hear is a voice. And I'm sure as shit not gonna fucking hope for the best. You know what I mean? Like that's a terrible plan.
Right. Yeah.
Oddly
Damn.
enough, it's mostly young men.
Yeah.
That's the part that's really weird. Like there are a few
Right.
girls that do that stuff, but it's mostly like very young sounding gay men for some reason.
It's like, yeah, I was gonna say, so it's dudes trying to catch dick, basically.
Yeah.
All right, young kids, young boys.
And
All
the thing
right.
is, it's like somebody sounds
Okay,
young.
I
I
found
don't
at
know
least
that that's
one.
not a 16-year-old dude who just hit puberty a little early, or if that's a 30-year-old guy. It can be really hard to tell the difference,
Yeah,
especially
an actual adult.
especially over bad microphones and
Yeah.
speakers, and like there's just like nah. I mean, if I was even inclined to do weird sex stuff over like the internet or something, which I'm not.
Yeah. It's not. Yeah, you want to disengage right away because again, you're not going to do anything anyway, and there's just again
Yep.
no good fucking reason to
It's
not
also
get
one
the
of the
fuck out
reasons
of
I
there.
stopped playing as much VR chat as I used to play. I used to play more. I used to play it all the time. Now I basically just show up for like the
Yeah.
karaoke events with my friends, and that's it. Because I'm like, I know I can what to expect.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, because that shit can get clipped, and they're like, "Oh, well, what the hell? You kept talking to this kid?" And you're like, "What, dude? I was
oh
being
yeah,
polite.
yeah.
I was
People
trying to
can.
fucking
That's I never even
yeah,
thought of that, but you're right. Yeah, you could be being recorded at any given moment without any notice. Yeah.
yeah, yeah." And they're like, Why did you talk to him for 10 minutes?" You're like, "I don't fucking know. I was being nice.
Yeah.
I mean, I was
Well,
definitely not gonna fuck the kid, so fuck you."
and the stuff that they do in
But
those
yeah,
things gets real weird. Like there's people that pretend to be little kids and like animals and all sorts of weird shit. And like whatever, as long as it's consenting adults, whatever they're doing in private's cool. But I don't fucking want to be involved.
yeah,
That's just I don't want to have the interest
yeah,
or the time.
yeah,
But it's
yeah. The
very
weird
entertaining.
ageist thing or whatever,
Yeah.
where they're like, "No, I'm gonna pretend I'm a 12-year-old or an 8-year-old girl." Like, remember that
That
one fucking
happens.
old man? That guy that was like in his 40s or something that was like, "Yeah, this family adopted me and
Oh
I'm 8
god.
years old." Yeah, and
And
then
which would
like
have
the guy
been
was
all
like,
right. All
"Oh,
right. It's creepy that they did that, but I would have been okay with it had it not been for the fact that family also had kids.
yeah, yeah, yeah." Because again, that was a guy that I wouldn't want near any of my kids.
Right?
Like, you know what I
Like it would
mean?
have been totally
Like,
cool
it's
with that
almost
if it was
certain.
what do you call it? Like a childless couple, and it was like a weird, weird kink or fetish or something
Yeah,
like that. No problem,
yeah,
fine, do
that's
what
none
you
of my
want.
business.
But the
Yeah,
minute you're like exposing
yeah.
your own children to that's real fucking gross, man.
Yeah, like you let this fucking guy in his 40s into your house that's pretending to be an 8-year-old girl. And then I guess like their actual daughter was like 7. She's like, "Oh, you always wanted a younger sister." And like, "Oh, okay, I'm 6 now. Now I'm your younger sister." Like, I was like, dude, this is so fucking weird. Like, if it doesn't come out that this guy ended up, molesting that daughter, I would be fucking shocked.
Yeah, see, that was one of those things when I saw that, I was immediately like, should we be investigating the parents too? I mean,
Yeah. Oh, that's true. They could be in on it. There are far more people that are into that than you fucking would like to believe.
oh yeah,
Like, you kind of forget, dude. Like, there's a decent amount of fucking people. I don't know what the percentages are, but again, look at Hollywood, look at fucking politics. There's a lot of them.
yeah, pretty crazy.
Yeah. Like, you would hope it's like maybe 1 in a million, and it's not anywhere near that uncommon.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, and it's like, a lot of the people that end up being the people that do that stuff hold positions of trust and stuff like that, which is unfortunate.
Yeah. Yeah, well, Brian Peck, dude, the guy that worked for, I think he was with Nickelodeon or whatever. He was with one of the kids' networks, right? In fact, there's footage. Have you ever seen the video of him with Leo DiCaprio when he was a kid? They're doing
Oh,
like
isn't
an
it the one where
interview,
like the
and they're
kid
like
is like
fucking
hanging on him and shit? Like it was real weird.
yeah, like they're both kind of like they're being very like touchy feely with each other, and I'm like, this is fucking weird. Especially when you find out he later did go to jail for fucking molesting or fucking sexual assault on a kid. When he got out of jail, he almost got immediately hired. I forget if he went Disney to Nickelodeon or Nickelodeon to Disney, but when he got out, he went and worked on another kid show for another network, like almost
Oh yeah.
immediately.
The amount of
And I'm like, how
pedophiles
the fuck
that
you
continue to
fired
find work
someone?
in Hollywood after being convicted, and that work being with children in Hollywood is insane.
Yeah,
It makes
yeah.
no goddamn
Oh
sense.
yeah,
There's
dude.
no accountability
You
because a lot of the times nobody knows
yeah,
until so long after it's happened. They're really good at
yeah,
keeping it under wraps, unfortunately.
yeah. Did you see the thing with Dan Schneider recently? It was within the last month or two, where they tried to do some weird. Oh, it was because that Nickelodeon documentary about that Quiet on the Set or
Oh,
whatever was
people
all about
finally
that.
were coming out because Jeanette McCurdy was.
Yeah,
She played like a little blonde girl in the show or whatever. Because my sister used to watch one
yeah,
of the
yeah.
shows
She was on
all the time.
iCarly. Yeah,
Victorious and
yeah,
iCarly. My little bit sister watched that shit every fucking day. So I've seen a
yeah,
lot of the
yeah. No, my actual
episodes,
daughter watched
and there
it.
were some scenes in there like holy shit. Like I don't think they've been pulled out, but like there were like upskirt shots with these girls sometimes,
Oh
right?
wow.
Like
I
where
know there was.
literally
I know
like
because he was into feet.
where you
He had
see
a
their
foot fetish,
underwear
so
and
I
you're
know there's a
like,
lot of
I
weird
know
feet
these are
shit.
adults. Like at the time of Victorious, the actors themselves were grown ups. Like they were like 19,
Right,
20, something
right.
like that. The early 20s. But like it's still not okay to have them portraying high school
Hey,
girls and
Carlos,
then
come here.
dress them in
Come here.
skirts that are so short that you catch their panties a
Get
whole
over
bunch of
here.
times during the scene on camera. Like that's really gross.
Yeah, yeah. Hold on. Gotta get the dog inside. Come here. Come on.
And then what was really weird is I saw a compilation of Ariana Grande stuff. And I think she was a kid when she was on that show.
Yeah, yeah.
And it was like there's no way nobody knew. Like there were so many scenes of her rolling around on a bed, like sucking on her toe.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Dan Schneider has a foot fetish.
Yep. And then there was a scene where she was making moaning sounds while supposedly trying to squeeze the juice out of a potato. And it looked like she was using doing a
Yeah.
jerk off motion while holding the potato and moaning and rolling on the bed. And it was just like nobody else saw that.
Dude.
Like, did nobody else saw that? I had to be a room full
Yeah,
of
who the
grown
fuck is
adults.
okay with
Like a room full of grown
it?
adults,
Yeah.
and they were like, "No, that's all right. That's cool. We got a 16-year-old rolling on the bed,
Yeah, well, you gotta think.
pretending
You
to
got the
jerk off a
fucking.
potato and moaning. That's totally normal and acceptable behavior."
Yeah, yeah, and there's gonna be at least a dozen adults watching it on a fucking set.
Yeah.
Probably a lot more than that, but at least a dozen fucking adult fucking humans watching that and not being like, hey, this is fucking weird. What the fuck is the point of this? Why are you. Yeah. Yeah, it's fucking gross, dude.
Yeah, we could get across whatever
Yeah.
message you're trying
I
to get
assume
across,
at least
whatever
I'm gonna
story
keep
part of
looking
the
at
story
that.
you're going into here. We can find a way to do it that doesn't involve
Yeah,
whatever
you should
this
find
is.
some other way. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, because apparently Dan Schneider like would have them be like, "All right, I want you guys all to take your shoes and socks off and run by this camera, like so you could just see their feet." Like it wasn't something he was shooting for a fucking scene or
he
something.
flat out was
just had
paying
them
them
do it.
money for pictures of their feet at times, dude.
Yeah,
There was
yeah, it's pretty
I forget who it was. But there was a girl that was in one of the shows. Maybe it was Jeanette McCurdy again. But I was watching an interview. No, I think it was. And she said her mom was with her on all those sets. and was always like keeping her like away from like the parties that she shouldn't be going to because she was a child and all that kind of stuff. Because she was the one on iCarly that was like, where they were all kids on that show except for like the brother or whatever. The older brother was an adult. But yeah, like there were times on this set where he would walk around with a stack of $20 bills and offer the kids like 20, 40, 60, 80 bucks, whatever, for like pictures of their feet with like a Polaroid camera. And nobody did anything about it. Like that should be like, if I was a studio executive and somebody was like, hey, this is something that happened on your set the other day, I'd be like, we're going to be getting a new director tomorrow. Like right now, we're firing this guy, and then tomorrow, the next day, there's going to be a new director on set, because I don't know why this is going on. I just know this is not okay. This is unacceptable. We won't be allowing this. Nah. It was genuinely disturbing, a lot of it. Yeah. And it's good that he got in trouble. I think he made some half-assed apology or something, where it wasn't really an apology. Where he was like, I'll admit I may have done some things that made people uncomfortable, and I feel really bad about making people uncomfortable. And it's like, what about the whole basically molesting children thing? Like, whoa. You know what I mean? Like... That was nutty.
Where you going, Pop?
Where he was essentially sorry, not sorry. I think what he was doing. Where he was like, sorry, not sorry, essentially. For his apology.
Yeah, but... Dude. Well, the interview that Schneider did, like within the last month or whatever, when that was coming out, I'm like, God damn, this is the most bullshit softball fucking interview of all fucking time.
Oh, really? That's so dumb.
Like, you get, like, it was so worse, because, like, quite obvious. Yeah, dude, it was so obvious what was going on. So, yeah, it made him, like, actually worse. Like, it made people, like, more angry.
Oh, I bet, yeah. I bet
drove more attention to the stuff, you know what I mean, than if you just... Yeah.
Yeah, I
watch that. Watch it.
Would love to see Schneider go to prison. That's essentially what I want.
So kind of distraction. Yeah, he's very fortunate that all he did was lose his fucking career.
Yeah, he should have lost a lot more.
And not, after gone to fucking prison. All right. Sorry. I was telling the dog to shut up. If you heard that, I don't know if I came through, but I was telling you to.
I kind of tune out.
I don't think you have to go out.
A lot of the dog stuff, nothing personal. But like, if you're talking to your dog, I usually just kind of tune it out as like background noise. Like,
you've gotten used to it by now.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, right.
Like when I was at the ER last night.
So you had to do caca. Oh, caca.
What was it? There was some little kid that was just talking constant, just would not fucking stop talking. Like, just like a mile a minute, absolute nonsense, just kept fucking talking and would not shut up. So I just tuned him out, because like, I'm obviously not going to be like, you weren't in an emergency room and he's probably nervous or bored or whatever, and I'm not going to be a dick.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to yell at this kid to shut up. That's not going to happen. But I was just like, tune that shit out. Fucking magic tinnitus power. Woo.
Yeah. Like, Jesus, I hope. Why didn't the parents tell this kid to
that did go through my mind, where it was like, this little kid is just
Whoever he's.
And then he would just start singing for a few minutes, and then and it was just like, dude, at a certain point, like, there's other people in the fucking room. Well, what is wrong with the parents? But it was nice because I'm used to tuning out the little ringing noise, so the kid was not hard to ignore.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I hear you. That's
Let's see.
like a lot of. I didn't.
You have roboted out from me, sir.
I got it. Ah, fuck. Alright, yeah, I'm in the backyard because the dog had to shit. So I'll try to get as close to the mic as I can. Yeah, I'm more towards the front, so I'm pretty close to it over here. There you go. Good boy.
No worries,
Good
no worries.
poppers. Alright.
I didn't want you to think I was trying not to pay attention so much as just, I couldn't hear what you were saying.
Yeah. I'm going to take him back out front. This is the worst spot for reception.
Okay.
Or we will be soon, hopefully. Get to my chargers.
Oh, who's pinging?
All right, I'll be out in front. Just a minute. Pinging? What pinging?
There's in the karaoke Discord. There's a channel for specifically to ping like groups of people. So.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
I believe there are 3 different groups. There's people that opted in for video game messages. There's people that opted in for like movies, and there's people that opted in for VR chat. So if you want to just send out a random invitation to everybody on the server for like a video game, there's a specific thing you type in a channel for that. It's like a ping channel. And you say like, "Hey, who wants to play this game?" And then everybody that's interested can just respond. But the nice thing is, if it's like the video game thing, you're not pinging everybody on the whole server. You're only pinging everybody on the server who clicked a button to say they want to get those messages.
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah, so I just was curious. I'm not obviously going to go join in a game with anyone else. Like in the middle of like trying to think like any conversation, that'd be a terrible plan. But because obviously, I'd have to be like trying to talk to 2 people at the same time, which would be insane, especially since only one could hear me. But I was just curious.
Yeah.
Oh, man, let's see. Is there anything better than? Oh, you put the fine arts of stool humping. Nice.
Yeah,
that's
the whole thing, but it at least had. Yeah. Do you remember her from the Honey Badgers?
I don't, but I can see what you mean. Like she kind of has that weird sort of attention vibe.
I think the Boogie guy. Wondering.
Yeah. Oh, what did you think about that guy like ripping the girl out of the car? Was that not just fucking bonkers?
Dude, yeah. Yeah, that dude should be arrested.
I was amazed that all they did was fire him. I was like, why is he not being charged with assault? Because you can watch the whole video. It's very clear that she did absolutely nothing wrong, and he just flipped shit and yanked her out of the car and threw her on the ground.
Yeah, he was just fucking pissed. Yeah, he's obviously the fucking control freak type that just got super pissed that she didn't do exactly what he wanted her to do.
Well, no, that's the thing, though. She didn't.
Yeah,
she
it's
did
fucking
everything
disgusting.
he asked her to do.
Yeah, and the fact that he like basically got let go from another department. Oh yeah, he mostly made it up, right? He's like, yeah, she barely cracked the window, and then.
But then you look back on the thing, she rolled.
Yeah, like he had no
down.
idea. He didn't realize that it was.
He asked for her ID and her insurance information, and she's like, okay, let me get that. It might take me a minute to find it. And she's looking for it, and he wouldn't let her look. He asked her to look to get her stuff, door, and then literally, I think it was maybe 20 seconds later, he started screaming at her to open the door and get out of the car. You know what I mean? Like, he didn't give her time to do what she was doing what he said.
And then he opened
didn't
it,
give her
right?
Time to comply.
He's the one that fucking ripped it, right?
Yeah, it was insane. It was like he was so fast.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That was well beyond the firing. Like, yeah, that dude went again. Disagree with the qualified immunity bullshit for cops. But in this situation, like, he went well above beyond whatever that would allow. Like, he should be fucking charged with a crime. Luke, get out of there. Leave it. Get over here. Leave it. You know what I mean? That that's assault. That's not fucking a cop just slightly momentarily lapse in coverage or something, or lapse in judgment. That is the guy that was literally just assaulting a fucking 18-year-old kid.
Yeah.
So I'm glad he got fired. That's nice.
Yeah, I was glad he got fired, but he was only clearly fired.
I hope there's more outrage, and
he was clearly only
fired.
He
does actually get charged because he definitely got fired already, so that's good.
But it felt like the only reason he got fired.
Again, if that. Yeah, it's because people. Yeah, because initially the police station was kind of put a weird spin on it. Like, I guess, I don't know if they just didn't know the video existed. It's like, oh, darn it, my fucking body cam didn't turn on. Like, letting him for cam footage and that he's in gas. Certainly has risk. So, yeah, I'm like, you guys, you can't blindly fucking defend all the cops. You've got to call out the bad ones. Like, you lose credibility when you do that shit.
Yeah. Oh, that is one of my biggest pet peeves. Is the people that won't call out bad
this
cops.
cop fucked up the time, and he's no longer a cop, or at least not.
That is really frustrating when the people are like, "Oh no, I'm just gonna ignore."
Yeah, whatever your fucking little group is.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's what fucking annoys me about the fucking trans activists. So, just because someone's trans doesn't mean they're not a shitty human being and up some fucking bullshit.
Yeah.
You know, like that fucking Jonathan adults allowed fucking pool parties. Like, yeah, you need to call them out as the fucking disgusting perverts they are. Otherwise, you know, if you're blindly accepting everyone who claims they're trans, this shit's going to keep happening, and people are going to turn against those of you that are, again, legitimately and not doing it for nefarious reasons.
Yeah, who have legitimate mental health issues that are just trying to fucking live their life, you know?
Or just admitting that they're bad people. Yeah. Again, any group of people, significant size, there's going to be good people and bad people. Like, pretending any group anywhere is 100% just right automatically and good people automatically is fucking ridiculous. It's a fucking absurd concept, dude.
You know, it wastes everybody's time, too, because it's like, you know, we know it's not true, and a lot of this stuff really hinges on making people feel bad for other people.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, oh, you don't want to, like, engage
Yeah,
in, you don't want to
yeah.
like give the government control
It's like,
over all the guns in the world. You must hate black people. You're so mean. You know, it's like, okay, well, fuck off, because that has nothing to do. One has nothing to do with the other. Like,
yeah, or like you don't you don't know who Keffels is, right?
no, it doesn't ring a bell.
The trans fucking bitch Keffels. Okay,
Nope.
you're lucky. Anyways, yeah, for the longest time, like that fucking bitch, male to female trans, trans woman, whatever. Yeah, anytime she was doing some fucked up shit, bilking her fucking audience, and if anybody would try to point it out, hey, you're just transphobic.
Yeah.
And that worked for a long fucking time, like until very recently. Now I realize she's just a person that scammed her audience out of like basically somebody swatted her, and she built this whole thing for Kiwi Farm because this horrible people for the most farms, right? But she's like, I've got a fund. She fucking starts to GoFundMe. It's at 20 grand. Just goes on to fucking 40, 50. She kept bumping it up all the way to 100,000.
Wow.
And she's like, okay, now I've got a fleet. So she like went to fucking, I don't know, somewhere in Europe, Spain and Ireland, I think, whatever the fuck she did. And then everybody's like, what the fuck are you doing? You're not going to escape the internet anywhere you fucking go. You know what I mean? Like, it's a fucking ridiculous idea. And then, like, she was, like, pretending to be super angry that, like, oh, the cops here, they dead named me. And turns out all they did was use her old last name. Like, they still had her as Claire, whatever name she goes under as female. They just used her old married last name, and she referred to that as dead naming her. And, yeah, basically got over 100 grand. Did get $100,000 in the GoFundMe. Like, oh, the rest of this. Okay, at this point, like I think I'm safe for now, but yeah, I think now is going to go towards the legal fund.
The legal fund that I have to pay into because I have committed massive amounts of fraud. Oh man, that's hilarious. Hello?
God damn it! All right, are you hearing me now? I hope.
Dag nabbit. Yeah, I hear you now.
Are you there?
I am here.
All right, cool. All right. Yeah, I dropped off. I thought you dropped off because I heard the disconnect, the little disconnect fucking noise, and then it came back, but then I couldn't hear anything you were saying. And I'm like, oh fuck, I'm probably not. You probably didn't hear anything I just said, or the last 30 seconds or whatever.
You DC'd.
Yeah. But anyway, so yeah, she had basically bilked her audience and fucking. She's like, oh, the rest is going to go towards the legal fund, and basically that's never happening. Yeah, so again, up until very recently, all she had to do was say transphobe. Anybody fucking criticizing her for her fucking, scamming or fucking grifting, you're transphobic. And again, that worked for fucking years. So I hope people are finally coming around and realizing that, yeah, there's bad people that are trans. Like there are in any group of people.
Yeah. It's one of those things that just makes no sense that it's so hard for people to like figure out.
Yeah. Oh, it actually kind of started with the, who Vouch is, at least, right? I know you're not being too familiar with him, but you know who he is a little bit, right?
Vouch?
The fucking Vaush, Vaush, I think.
It sounds familiar. Like I'm sure I've heard of him at some point.
Yeah. Yeah, well, he's a fucking leftist fucking loony or whatever, complete fucking degenerate. He accidentally left up, basically accidentally let everybody know that he had lolly porn on his computer,
Oh, at least
right?
it's animated, not real people, but yeah, gross nonetheless.
Yeah, it's still gross, dude. Yeah, yeah. But anyways, like when she was talking about it, when Keffels was talking about it, all she was criticizing was him not having a separate computer for that. Not saying like, hey, that's gross that he has this fucking lolly porn and fucking all this other weird shit. You're like, oh, okay.
Yeah, we're gonna ignore the
Oddly
fact
enough,
that he's
that was
doing something really disgusting and just focus
yeah,
on like he should keep that private.
yeah. Which makes me wonder, okay, what does this bitch have
Well, you know what? If
on
that's the
other
shit
computers?
he's not gonna can't be bothered to hide, what is the shit that
Yeah,
he's
what is he
hiding?
hiding?
You know,
Yeah,
that's my
yeah,
question. Is
yeah. Well, he definitely has some kind of weird horse fetish. Like he wishes he was a horse and had a hey, get out of there, leave it, fucking dog,
yeah.
baby Huey, get out of there. Turn into fucking baby Huey all of a sudden. Leave it, leave it. Actually, it's kind of always little baby Huey-ish. That is kind of a trait of the golden retriever. They're just big goofy dogs that fuck shit up accidentally. Luke, get out of there. Leave it. All right, sorry about that. But yeah, anyways, so that's one example. Get out of there. Fucking dog. So again, I think people are finally starting to realize that, like, whatever protected class, you know, you don't stop assuming that there aren't shitty people in that fucking in that class or pretending
Oh
to be
yeah,
in
yeah,
that
yeah.
class.
It's like for a little
Stay
while, my
close.
brother worked at the local mall, and he worked at this place where they sold kind of like anime kind of stuff, and
Right.
he had to deal with this fucking cunt that was always just being the most obnoxious human being he could possibly be, like constantly.
That he worked with or as a customer?
As a
And not
customer.
that it really matters. Okay,
As a
all
customer.
right.
And everybody was so nice, it would just make every excuse for this piece of shit. For the sole reason that he was in a wheelchair.
Oh, that's the fucking worst, dude. God damn it.
And it was like, oh, okay, he's in a wheelchair, so he gets
Leave
to
it.
be an asshole? No, that's not how that works. That's ridiculous. You know, my brother,
Yeah.
like, for all my brother's faults, my brother can be really obnoxious at times. He's very fair when it comes to, like, you know, if he's going to be mad or not like somebody or something. He's not usually, like, his judgment isn't like terrible or anything like that. Like, he's usually pretty good at, you know, telling when somebody's a piece of shit. And it's like, you know, he didn't hate this guy in the wheelchair for no reason. This guy in the wheelchair was a fucking obnoxious cunt, you know?
Leave it. Yeah, that's yeah. That's a really fucking obnoxious one where you're just fucking miserable for, you know, like, because you're in the wheelchair, I guess, is part of it. I assume they're probably miserable whether they're in the wheelchair or not. But anyways, yeah, that's...
Oh, I mean, who knows? Who
letting
knows
people
why
get
they
away
are
with
the
that
way they
shit.
are? Just that they are is the part that matters, really.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter. But yeah, like, oh, they're in a wheelchair. You gotta let them. No, you don't have to let them be fucking assholes.
Well, and that's how those people that are, like, in the wheelchair and are total pricks get to be that way. It's because everybody, like, makes excuses for them, and they realize, oh, I literally can just do whatever I want.
Leave it. No more.
I have found, because I've run into people like that in VR chat where it's, you know, you can just block them and stuff.
Yeah, right.
And I've had some interesting conversations. So, I like to just get really real with people, and that can lead to some interesting conversation with those individuals.
Yeah, I hear you.
And so, like, I'll run into some fucking obnoxious kid or whatever who's like, you know the thing people do where they're like, they don't know, they're so unsure and insecure with themselves that they're kind of like a fucking porcupine. They're constantly lashing out and fucking trying to like fight and cause other people all sorts of grief just for the sake of, you know, like they don't want to be the one to get like if they're the one that pushes everyone away, then they don't have to worry about being pushed away themselves, because then they're the ones that did it.
Yeah, it's like a preemptive. I get you.
And so I'll literally go when I'm running into people like that. I'll be like, hey, look, you know what? I have no interest in hanging out with you. You're a real fucking obnoxious prick. But I want you to realize you don't have to be that way. You can make friends if you stop pushing everyone away. If you take a little bit of time and you work on yourself, and you get to the point where you feel comfortable letting other people have a chance to get to know who you really are instead of being this asshole, you might actually make some friends and you might enjoy your life a lot more. And it's too late to fucking have this conversation between you and I. But I really hope that you take this to heart and you think about, you know, in the future you make some better choices, man.
Yeah.
Because I don't hate you. I want you to be happy. And, you know, like, and it just fucking, it's so funny because a lot of the times it's just fucking mind blown. Like they have no, they just like stop for a minute and usually they just fucking shut the game off.
Yeah.
Or they block me, I think, one or the other. But it's very entertaining.
Whatever. Yeah. You gave them a shot, man. You know, they can either take the advice or continue being an asshole. Most of them are probably just continuing to be an asshole, but, you know, there's probably some that are like, oh, that guy's right.
Cringy shit in my life when I was a kid, so I have a lot of fucking patience, you know, with the younger ones.
Yeah. Yeah, actually, when I was younger, I was definitely, like, my attitude for the most part was, if I don't know you, I don't want to know you.
Fair.
You know what I mean? Yeah, I was pretty standoffish when it came to that shit, so.
Well, rejection is hard. You know, somebody's being like, you know, rejecting you it can be very like hard and especially with the younger people now are very sheltered.
Yeah.
So I think it's even harder for a lot of the younger kids, like the ones who are like teenagers now, to handle rejection because they're so sheltered from everything. You know, they don't deal with it. They haven't had any experiences with small amounts of rejection, so any kind of rejection is a massive fucking issue for them. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I think that's why my son has a huge leg up, because I did occasionally, you know, have to engage in some tough love shit. Tell him when he's fucking up, that kind of shit.
Yeah, which is good for him.
And also explaining to him, you know, like, look, man, there's going to be people. Yeah. Yeah, because he would, when he first started working, he was like, man, some of these people are just, I'm like, well, dude, it's probably got nothing to do with you. Like, just, you know,
there you go.
Analyze yourself, whether whatever they're fucking saying is valid. And if it's not, like, fuck them. Don't give them that fucking power over you.
Mm-hmm.
They're fucking miserable. They want you to be miserable, too. You know?
Yeah, knowing when to move on.
And also,
not from somebody else's judgment and just ignore it. Big part of life.
Yeah. So I definitely wanted to teach them that. Fucking. Yeah, I don't know. It's weird because I think it seems like the single mother thing is a big part of that too. I feel because
there's
mothers, it seems like most mothers
and skills you get from your father that are both very different.
Yeah,
and both equally important.
And moms kind of build you up and kind of tell you that you're fucking, you know, the sun shines out of your fucking asshole. You know what I mean? Like a lot of moms are gonna fucking tell you that nothing you do is wrong, and you should have someone, some fatherish figure. Yeah, and you need someone to be telling you when you're fucking up.
But moms will also teach you how to be like empathetic and how to like deal with people's feelings and stuff like that, so that you're not hurting people's feelings unintentionally. Like that's a
Yeah,
pretty important skill to
yeah,
have too, and it comes from the moms. It's not something that's coming from the dads as much. And to be fair, there's
yeah,
always going to be
yeah.
like crossover. There's some moms that are going to be able to do better and all that kind of stuff. But
Yeah, it's a tough for that fucking 4 or 5 year period where his mom wasn't in his life. It's a tough trying to be both is not easy. You know
mm,
what I mean? Like I consciously was aware of the fact that he didn't have his mom in his life, so I had to kind of try to be nurturing and also tough. You know what I mean? Like it's not an easy thing to fucking do. I'm
yeah,
sure I didn't do it perfectly right, but he turned out fairly well. He's not a pussy like most of the kids, I guess. So that's good.
yeah,
He's doing all right.
yeah. I mean,
Yeah,
that's
compared to what I see for most kids that age. Yeah, my kid's all right.
he's out working. He bought himself a car. He's getting the things he wants the right way. Like that's all you can really hope for as a
Yeah,
parent. Honestly,
yeah,
I think.
yeah. Like I said, the only real. I mean, he's a good kid anyway. To be honest with you, he didn't really give me a whole lot of trouble, other than his grades in school. Was really the only thing
Mm.
that I
Well,
had to
school is
fucking
such
stay
horse
on him
shit,
about.
man. It's such a bad way to learn the way that
Yeah,
we do it.
yeah. But yeah, I definitely regret not fucking actually graduating. So I was like, dude, just you have to do this. I know it sucks. I know it's fucking. Well, I didn't really say pointless, but whatever. I know it sucks. I know it's not fun. I know video games and shit's way better. But take the little bit of time you have to, because it's not really that much, and fucking do your schoolwork.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
he at least graduated. So yeah, it does cut out some options if you don't even have
Although that's true.
didn't even graduate from high
Having a
school.
diploma really does make a
So
difference, and it can make a big difference long term with like your career and stuff like that.
yeah, because there are definitely things where you just if you don't if like a GED isn't good enough, there's plenty of not plenty, but there's some occupations that are going to not be available if you didn't graduate from high school.
Mm-hmm. And hey,
Yeah,
it's
either
good
way.
to
Yeah,
know.
he's doing all right.
It's good to know like what. It's better to have more options than less. That's true.
Yeah, like I said, I just knew it's one of my bigger regrets, even though it's, kind of bullshit, but whatever.
Well, and obviously you're not like some like drooling retard or something because you didn't get a fucking diploma. So you also know that it's like sometimes
Yeah.
you have to educate your fucking self on shit. Yeah, I would
Yeah,
love
no,
to
it's
see the
kind of funny, I
education
guess.
system
Like
overhauled.
all
Like holy
that.
shit, because there's a lot of shit. Like
Yeah,
obviously, I'm
yeah, and it's
talking aside
definitely,
from the.
it's geared towards the feminine.
Well, I'm saying aside from the feminist stuff. There's a lot of shit that they
Right,
don't
yeah.
teach in schools that I think they should. They should be teaching in high schools, starting at like the last 2 years. You should be learning how to cook. You should be learning how credit cards and loans work. You should be learning how to fill out job applications. And you should be learning how to write resumes.
Yeah, actual life skills. They don't do home ec shit anymore, right? Like, they don't have home ec classes anymore.
No, the last time I've
I
ever
don't
seen a
think.
home ec class was when I took him in junior high.
Yeah,
I
yeah, me
learned
too,
some
actually.
basics of basics about how to sew, and I've used it. I've
Yeah, yeah,
stitched stuff up once or twice. I'm really 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 bad at sewing, so usually if I have something that's got a hole in it, I'll ask my mom. But I can do
yeah,
it.
same here. Yeah, yeah. Yep, same here. But yeah, no, they definitely should be doing a lot more actual life skills like that. how to fucking balance your fucking bank account. Nobody really uses checks anymore, so you don't have to bother
Oh
with that
yeah.
necessarily. Yeah, I remember being like, "What the fuck? They don't teach cursive anymore?" And then I'm like, "Oh yeah, what the fuck does anybody need cursive for nowadays?" So I kind of understand why you don't bother with teaching them how to do cursive.
Yeah, the only thing they teach cursive now is people's signatures.
Yeah, yeah,
So like the
yeah.
kids are learning
Like I
cursive, but
said, I
they're
just
only
didn't think
learning how to
about
do
it.
their own name in cursive, which is
Yeah,
hilarious. Think about this: in like
yeah,
a
it is pretty
thousand
funny.
years, cursive will be like a dead fucking language, where like no one will understand it beyond the ability to write their own fucking name.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, which is fine. Again, with the computers and all that shit, you don't need to fucking write anything in cursive, really.
Oh yeah,
So I
by
get
then
it.
I'm
Makes
sure
sense.
if anybody finds like an old page of writing in cursive, they can run it through a computer and it'll come out in print. And to be
Yeah.
fair, cursive is also incredibly convoluted and difficult to read in comparison to regular print. Like regular print's
Yeah.
way
Yeah.
easier. You don't have to learn all these weird connections
Yeah.
between letters.
Yeah, because again, it's almost all computer shit now or typed or whatever the fuck. So, yeah, cursive is not really necessary. Again,
Well,
other
you can
than your
actually
fucking
type your
signature.
computer. Most computers have a cursive font where you can actually type things on
Uh,
your computer in cursive.
yeah.
But the thing that makes cursive
Yeah, that seems
pointless is
silly
the
though.
fact that not only are you learning
It's
English, which
overly
is a terrible
complicated.
fucking language, but there's specific ways that certain letters have to go together, like that don't work for other letters.
Mm,
You know what I mean? Like if you're
yeah.
connecting like an
Yeah.
O to something
Oh yeah.
to a letter that starts on the bottom of the line, then you have to connect it a different way, or you have to write the other letter differently. You know, like it's such a fucking obnoxious thing. It's such a waste of time.
Yeah, it really is, dude.
Um,
Yeah.
but yeah, like I would love to see budgeting too. I didn't
Mm,
think of budgeting. That's a good point.
yeah.
Like how to budget, how to shop,
Mm,
compare like prices from one store to another, and
yeah.
find out like, oh, if I go online and look at their fucking store prices for this, I can go to this store and buy all these things because I've scouted it ahead of time, and then go to this other store and buy all those things, and I save way more money than if I just go to one store or the other store. Because like, you know, like that stuff I
Yeah.
learned growing up.
Yeah.
Like we always get all our meat from Costco. Because if you get like chicken
Right.
breasts and ground beef in bulk at Costco, it's way cheaper than buying it anywhere else. But like, there's also stuff that
Right.
Costco
Right.
sells that you're going to get it cheaper at other places. And there's also a lot of stuff that Costco sells that you just don't
Yeah.
need
Yeah.
that much of whatever the fuck it is. And it can be hard for people to realize, like, maybe you
Yeah.
don't need
Yeah.
5 pounds of pretzels. Maybe you just want like a 99-cent bag because you want pretzels right now. You know? Like,
Yeah. Yeah. There's some shit you just don't. Yeah. You're not gonna need everything in bulk. That's for sure.
yeah, you know, like we use a lot of rice, and rice keeps for fucking ever. So we'll buy those giant fucking
Yeah.
bags of rice that look like they're the same size as like a concrete bag. I think it's like 20 or
Right.
30 pounds or even 50 pounds of
Yeah.
rice or whatever. And we have like a little fucking. It's similar to a flip top trash can, except the top locks in place instead of flipping up.
Oh, right. Right.
So it's got a little
Yeah.
latch that
Yeah.
keeps it airtight with a little rubber seal. And we just store like the whole bag of rice in this bin and then use the bin to get it out because we eat a lot of rice. So it's worth it. But if you're like somebody who eats
Yeah.
it once in a blue moon, you're better off not using up that space in your
Yeah.
kitchen, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, and usually gonna have something, flour or whatever, rice flour, whatever the fuck.
Beans.
Probably gonna have something where that does make sense.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But yeah, like budgeting, how to cook. I think how to cook is one of the things that really should be taught in schools. I think it's underrated how useful that is. And like some actual nutrition classes would be good. You know, so that the because there's a lot of people that
Yeah.
don't understand that like eating at Burger King every day is ridiculously dangerous for your health.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know, and look at
Yeah,
that
they'll
lady
be
who
like,
was
well, I'm only eating a
cutting
certain
up the
amount of
powdered
calories.
sugar donuts for her fucking baby like it was like a normal meal for the kid.
Wow.
You seen that? You seen
Jesus
that
Christ,
video?
dude.
She's
No,
like, every
dude.
morning I gotta prepare his donuts, and you're like, wait a minute, every morning your kid eats
Donuts?
donuts? And it was those fucking
What the
Hostess
fuck, dude?
donuts, right? The little fucking powdered sugar ones.
Yeah.
And she would just take like
Yeah,
5 of them and
Jesus.
cut them into quarters for her kid and feed him that with like a soda.
Wow.
And you're like, that's fucking
Jesus.
insane. Like if that girl had gotten
Yeah, that
some
is fucking nuts.
education in a school that taught her just a bare minimum basics of nutrition, like I
Yeah, she
guarantee that
realize
kid
how
would
bad that
be
is.
much less likely to be eating a bunch of fucking donuts. You know?
Yeah. Yeah, and I kind of felt because I was kind of denied like soda and a lot of sweets from in my youth, and I feel like that made me crave them more as an adult. So like I would let my son have them fairly regularly, not like what you're describing with the fucking donuts
Oh
or
yeah, like
whatever,
every
but
day.
pretty,
Yeah, yeah,
fairly
yeah.
regularly. Yeah. So yeah, he doesn't have a sweet tooth anymore. Like you know what I mean? He doesn't have a sweet tooth as an adult.
Oh, there's a real thing about like letting people just have that stuff, like so that it's not a big like forbidden thing.
Yeah, yeah, because yeah, that's what I felt like fucked me up. So I'm like, all right, I'm gonna have not all the time, not daily, but fairly regularly. Have soda, fucking sweets, that kind of shit. Yeah, and as an adult, he doesn't seem to crave that shit all that often.
Mm-hmm. That's a good way to go. I think I have to say that makes sense to me because it's like my parents ruined drinking and drugs for me when I was a teenager. Like basically,
All right.
they literally sat me down and they're like, "All right, you're 13 now. You're getting older. You're going through puberty. You're interested in girls and all that kind of stuff. And blah blah blah. Um, we're not going to worry about if you want to do drugs. Let us know. Try them here first. We'll get them for you.
Interesting.
If you want to drink, we'll buy it for you. You try it here first. Learn your limits before you're doing it with other people. No problem.
Probably
You're going to
the
have sex with a
surest
girl.
way.
We'll pick up the condoms if you're too embarrassed to buy them, or you don't have the money to. We'll make sure that you have it. And you're welcome to have her over to do whatever you want to do in your room.
Mm. Yeah, that is one of the things. My son probably has not listened to a whole lot of all the advice I've given him, but
Oh
I
yeah.
really drilled him in on the fucking condom thing, dude. I'm like, look, man. I'm like, you need to decide right now that you're going to use a condom when you have sex. That you're not going to have sex without a condom. Because if you leave it up to the choice of right before you're about to have sex, you're going to make the wrong decision every fucking time. Or almost every time. So like I'm
You're
like,
not
you need to
wrong.
decide right now
You're not
while you're not
fucking wrong.
horny and you're fucking rational and you're not fucking, all fucking hormoned out. You need to know, make that decision right here, right now, that you're just not going to have sex without a condom.
You're like, look, kid, this
And
is how
yeah,
you got
yeah, like
here.
we said,
Unless you want to be me.
yeah, yeah, his brother and sister all had kids, at least one kid before they were fucking, 17 or whatever. Leave it. Get over here. Get over here. I'm here.
Oh, good on you. If he's the
Leave it.
one kid that didn't do that, that's actually pretty good.
Leave it. Leave it up. Sorry, I didn't get something delivered, dude.
Like that's the kind of shit they should teach in sex ed instead of like going back and forth between like trying to encourage students to have sex and trying to like tell them that it's going to ruin their life if they do. It's like, no, use a condom.
Stop. Hey, leave it. All right, Papa. Sorry, hold on, dude. God damn it. Sit. Stay. Leave it. All right, I was trying to mute before all that happened, dude. But I did not get to it.
Huh.
Look, it's okay. Pretending you're a fucking vicious guard dog. It's okay, puppy.
Let's see here.
Yeah, there was somebody who was just delivering food. Somebody had ordered food.
Oh, and he's like, stranger, stranger.
So he gets all fucking starts barking and shit. Which is really funny.
Man, I
Yeah.
almost killed one of those people
Yeah, it's funny
yesterday.
because, again, he's a golden retriever. He's not going to fucking do anything.
Yeah, he's going to run over and lick them. Oh, did you watch the When Kids Misbehave in
What, the
Public
food
video?
delivery people?
Oh, did you see the When Kids
Dude,
Misbehave?
Dad?
Where the dad
Yes,
was
yeah,
yanked.
yeah.
It wasn't his father. It was some guy who was obviously a father to someone. But that was such a satisfying thing to see because you were like, nope, that's definitely a father. Like, he's got kids somewhere.
Yeah.
And you know what? Like, I bet his kids are well fucking behaved, too.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, there was no fucking way. And then the kids are acting like that. They were getting fucking pulled the fuck out. Yeah, it would definitely never get to that fucking point where the kids throwing shit at the fucking workers and getting up on the fucking counter. Fuck you.
Oh, yeah. No, that was ridiculous.
Dude.
Because immediately upon watching it, I was like, that kid is being raised by a single mom. Like, or not being raised by a single mom, perhaps would be the better phrase.
Yeah, dude. When we were to be like going out in public and going out to eat and shit, we'll literally get compliments on how well our kids behave, dude.
Oh man, the number of times I've seen like
take the time.
Parents let their fucking crotch goblin fucking run around like it's around the restaurant.
It's so obnoxious,
insane, dude. It's so crazy.
Yeah. I remember I was working up in Flagstaff, and there was some dude that came in from like I don't know, Sedona, Prescott Valley, somewhere in the whatever. He was a fucking artist guy, right?
Yeah.
And his fucking little kid was like probably like, I don't know, 10, 11, somewhere in that area, 8 to 10 probably. This kid was just fucking running around the store, like the phone would ring and the kid would like go and pick up the phone.
Oh my God, are you serious?
You know, yes, dude.
That's
and the fucking dude's just letting her do it. And like just smiling, like, ah. Dude, I was so furious, dude. I was like, oh my God, I want to beat the shit out of this fucking asshole. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Why are you letting your kid do this shit?
Dude,
and
that's
apparently
insane.
happy about it. Yeah, dude. So yeah, I was like, yep. Obviously, I didn't have kids at that time. I was definitely like, there's no fucking way I'm willing to let my kid behave like that.
No, that's crazy. What a bizarre fucking thing to do.
Yeah, and I don't know. I was like, I don't know. Maybe he thinks that's gonna make her a better artist when she grows up, and is just free to do whatever the fuck she wants. It's probably not, or maybe. And she's also going to be a horrible human being. So I guess that's a trade-off he was okay with. I don't know. At least thinking. I think he just didn't care. I think he was just fucking a shitty
asshole.
parent.
Yeah, like an asshole.
Didn't give a shit at all.
Just a bad.
He probably did not
parent.
put that much thought into it. Yeah. Yeah, just I'm physically here, but I might as well not be.
Yeah, there's a lot of parents like that out there who just don't fucking take care of their kids, sadly. So sad when that happens. Oh, so you see, like, they finally, you posted the video. I was going to mention it too, but the FBI finally went after the mayor, super mayor.
Yeah. Yeah, they
what do you think the odds are of her getting in any real trouble?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, there is a chance.
I think
even with being a black woman, because she was so fucking blatant.
I think if she legitimately has been, and they can prove, spending the town's like tax money on just like partying it up in all these other places, I think she might actually go to jail.
Yeah, well, I think that's why they went after her finance guy first, like her, what the fuck they call him, her accountant or whatever. I think that's why they got him first,
Oh, because he's
because
the one
he's
who's
gonna know
most
all that
likely to
shit.
be able to hide it all. If they went after her first, he could
Yeah,
hide it all and get
so they
himself
fucking
out of
lean on
trouble.
him. Yeah, because he had declared bankruptcy sometime a year or two ago, whenever. And basically, he was getting salaries both from Dalton and from the township, kind of like she was. But in his bankruptcy, he only declared the one of them. So there was like an extra fucking $100,000 a year, or more than $100,000 a year that he was making, that he was
Just
claiming he
pretending
wasn't
wasn't
claiming when
there.
he did the bankruptcy shit.
Oh wow.
Yeah, yeah. So they got him for that, and I assume they're going to give him a fairly sweetheart deal to bring her down. I don't know that, but that's what makes sense.
Hopefully.
You know what I mean? Like that's probably because again, if you don't, if you just arrest her straight up, that guy can be like, no, don't worry, they're not going to find it.
Yeah,
I
I'm already shredding
fucking did it
documents
well,
as we speak.
but
Let's
they lean on
go.
him. He's like, yeah, if you give me immunity, I'll tell you exactly what was what. I
Good.
assume that's what it's going to happen. So there's a good chance, dude, that she's going to fucking go down. And again, she was so blatant about it, and that's the thing. She pissed off a lot of other black people. You know what I mean? Like that's mostly black people that live there. So there's
True.
black men
True.
and black women that are fucking furious at her and want her taken down and taken out. So in that case, again, with how fucking blatant she was with the shit, and again, the people she pissed off were other black people. Yeah, I think she actually might. Again, it still would not surprise me if she gets off super light, but there actually is a chance on that one.
Yeah, here's crossing my fingers, hoping she goes to prison.
Yeah, well, again, it's dude. Like, how the fuck are you having? Wait, let's figure this out. Let's see, what is there? 24 hours a day, 24 times 14. The amount of hours that they were putting down for like all the police officers were okay. There's 336 hours in 2 weeks. There were fucking people that had over 310 hours worked out of 336 or whatever I just said. I already forgot. 26 hours out of 336 that they were not on the clock. So they're cashing like fucking 10,000, overtime, crazy overtime amounts and shit.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, that's pretty fucking blatantly bullshit. You know what I mean? So again, if she hadn't gotten so fucking greedy, we probably never know who the fuck she was, even if she did get busted. So yeah, she was so blatant about it, and she got so greedy and so fucking ghetto. Well, the ghetto part doesn't matter, I guess, but she's pretty ghetto. But yeah, I think again the scale she was doing is going to be what gets sane. So again, I actually have hope on that one. But again, I still would not be surprised. Like, oh, we're gonna give her like a suspended sentence, and she's gonna be on probation for 5 years. Like, oh god, fucking idiots.
Yeah. Yup. Well, I'm thinking it's. I think there's a chance of rules for thee, but not for me playing it out. But hopefully,
hopefully, like I said, and
that
one there's a good chance. Yeah, there's a really good chance because again, the public outcry is from other black people.
True.
So I'm hoping they don't.
It's like their opportunity to hold somebody accountable.
Yeah, I mean, the townspeople were basically begging the FBI or whoever to come in and fucking take care of it because they couldn't fucking stop it themselves. I think it's the charity is the main thing they're going to go after her for because I would be shocked if she was smart enough to actually do something
Well,
charitable
you know what? The
with
other thing
charity
is
money.
the charity. With the other thing with the charity is that businesses that didn't donate to the charity got shut down, lost their license to
Yes,
operate.
yes,
I think that's one that might actually come back to get her in some prison time too, because that's
yeah, and
pretty egregious.
I think she actually donated fucking like city and township funds to her own charity.
Yes, yes, she did. She gave money from the city to her charity, which is definitely not
Yeah,
legal. But it's one of those
yeah, I was
things
gonna
where it's like,
say
it's
there's
not
got to
legal,
be
but
laws
she
against
did it
that.
anyway, and nobody was able to stop her. So I know they did have a court case not that long ago where essentially they were like, she took the county registrar or the city register off of the bank
The
account.
key,
Because
yeah,
all the checks that she was writing were supposed to be signed by two people. And I think that
yep,
might be part of what gets her too, because they had to get the other person back on the account. Number one, to stop her from spending more money, and number two, so they could start actually finding out what she spent money on.
yeah, yeah, yeah. They literally had to go to court to get to be able to see the fucking account. Yeah, she literally made it to where only she could do it, and only her signature, or she had the stamp of the other person's signature, right? I think she had the stamp of the other person of their signature.
No, she actually went to the bank account, and I don't know if she used the stamp of the other person's signature to do this, but she went to the bank and removed the other person from the
Yeah,
account
so nobody else could
entirely.
actually see it. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Because I know nobody else could view like the account activity or any of that shit. But yeah, there were some parts where she literally did have, and it might not be for that exactly, but yeah, for any of the shit where it did still require two signatures, she was using a fucking stamp or the other bitch's signature.
Yeah, oh yeah, it was nuts.
Yeah, so again, not necessarily specifically for that, but there was, whatever other shit that required two signatures, she just stole the fucking, or had it made up, or stole it, or whatever the fuck. But yeah, she was definitely using a stamp of the bitch's signature without the other bitch's knowledge for some shit, at least. So that's what I'm
Yeah,
saying. She just so blatant with it that yeah, she might actually get what the punishment she deserves because she was just too fucking greedy and just took way too much out of a really small fucking town,
yeah,
dude.
they don't have a lot of money
And
to
again,
spare.
yeah, and again, I think they said the median income is like 20 grand. So yeah, it's not
Wow,
like it was a super rich suburb. You know what I mean? It was a pretty poor fucking suburb.
wow, that's really dirty.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, that's some fucked up shit. So I really think there's a solid chance she's gonna get actually get some serious punishment. But again, it still would not surprise me if she didn't.
Yeah, politicians get away with it all the time. What's up, Mr. Samaj?
Yeah.
Mm.
Welcome. Yeah, super mayor.
Oh, is that what's happening?
We were discussing Tiffany Henyard. Yeah, she was raided by the FBI. Finally.
Oh yeah, heard about that.
And we were just saying, like, what's the odds that she gets in any real trouble, you know?
I think any trouble
Yeah.
she might get into will all be for show. I don't think she's going to get into any trouble.
See,
I think
like, I
yeah.
want it to be more than that, but I kind of fear that might be more likely.
Yeah,
So
but again, like I said, they went after her accountant first. They busted him
So
on his
it might be
bankruptcy
more
fucking
serious.
bullshit.
Hopefully you're right. I'm hoping you're right,
Yeah.
but I'm preparing for Samaj to be right, if that makes sense.
Yeah, no, like I said, it wouldn't surprise me if they still fucking she gets off light, but again, they're going after the accountant first, and again, the people that are pissed off at her, the most of her constituents are also black. So I don't know if you're gonna fucking, you know what I mean? They're the ones that want the bitch out and want the bitch to fucking get busted for all the shit she's done. So it's more likely than pretty much any other scenario I've seen in the last fucking 10 years or so. But again, still would not surprise me if they fucking take it easy on the bitch.
Well,
So we'll see.
see, it's hard for me to have any faith that anything reasonable would happen, especially with the FBI. I've come to realize that the FBI and the CIA and all these people, they're just sort of like they're troublemakers. I
Look
don't
at
think that.
Nixon.
Yeah.
Look at Nixon. Nixon wasn't a bad guy. He didn't do any of the shit they're talking about. That's all bullshit. Everybody involved with Nixon getting caught and then having to step down or be the first president, be the first president to be thrown out. I forget what it's called. Impeached.
Impeached. Yeah.
Everybody involved with that process, even the reporters, were CIA and FBI people. They were all CIA and FBI people, even the reporters. Like, that's how fucking corrupt that shit was.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that shit's fucking nuts, man.
You cannot.
They're literally like, "Oh no, go work for this news organization." Yeah,
I think that
they literally have moles in all kinds of spots, dude. Like, no, you still work for us, but you're also working for fucking CNN or whatever fucking news agency.
I think that the CIA and the FBI, I mean, when they take action, it's mostly to either lie to the public or to enslave the public in some way. Mostly because they will. I mean, like if you're like late on your taxes, they will fucking go after you.
Yeah.
But if the corporation is, we'll let it slide. It's not a big deal. What sense does that make? And they will bring the fucking hammer down on you if you dare stand up for yourself. So, yeah, that kind of puts into perspective there. So when the FBI and then the CIA do something, I'm pretty sure it's not for any good reason.
Hard to argue.
I think what's going on here is a show thing, because it could be that in order to avoid questions, they just have to make it look like they're taking her out of the equation. So, like for instance, if someone wants to talk, I'm pretty sure the CIA will come out, or the FBI or whatever will come in and say, "Oh no, we have to take them there. They're clearly corrupt politicians." Yeah. It's like, nah, they just got tired of your bullshit. They're probably going to talk and start confessing some things, and it's like, we can't have that. Off to jail you go.
Oh yeah, I would not want to be one of the witnesses in the Henyard case. Well, she already had a drive-by done on one of the fucking councilman's house because the councilman was talking out against her.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, already we've got, that kind of criminal stuff going on.
Yep. Go figure. I'm not surprised. Like, one of my favorite little conspiracy theories is that, like, the head of almost every terrorist organization is a CIA plant, one of which being Osama bin Laden. Like, a lot of people were like, okay, because, the rumor, okay, don't get mad at YouTube. The rumor being is that the CIA funded ISIS, funded Al-Qaeda, and they're even funding Hamas. Now they're trying to say, "Oh no, we don't."
That's not necessarily unlikely at all. Like that actually.
Yeah.
You do know that they're the Bushes and the Bin Ladens were like friends, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like there's pictures of like Bush hanging out with fucking Osama and shit. Like.
Well, and nobody thought it was strange that when Osama bin Laden died, like they didn't capture him. They didn't detain him. They didn't question him to find out where other terrorist cells or anything are. It would have been great if they did, but they didn't do that. They said they shot him dead. And then we didn't get the body. They said, oh yeah, it was a burial at sea. But why?
Oh no, the reason for the burial at sea was because it's one of the few ways you can bury a Muslim in a way that's unoffensive. Their claim was, and this I watched it in an interview and I was just like, who gives a shit? He was a terrorist. But their claim was they wanted to bury him at sea because then it would be less likely to cause other people to protest or become more like terrorists themselves because like we're doing terrible things to their people religiously was the this claim on that. To me it sounds like bullshit. Like why didn't we get to see the fucking bodies?
Well, it's a bit stranger than that. So if you work for like one of the 3-layer agencies or all that, there's always like a profile picture with you and the American flag behind you. If you look at the CIA and some of the members they have in there, they have a particular guy. I don't remember his name, but he looks an awful lot like Osama bin Laden, beard and all. Only difference is no turban, no nothing, hair tied in the back in the ponytail. Looks a lot like him. But that's kind of strange.
Didn't the CIA take over a country before with a fucking guy that was like the leader, but then he turned around and told the CIA to fuck off and actually was a really good leader? If I remember correctly.
Wasn't that Noriega?
Something like that, yeah.
I think it was Noriega.
Yeah, well, essentially the CIA was like planted a guy who ended up getting to be in charge of the whole country. And then he turned around and told the CIA to fuck off. It was just like, he's like, fuck you guys. I'm going to fucking do it right. I'm not screwing these people over. And proceeded to fuck the U.S. over pretty badly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, back in the 80s, yeah?
Something like that, yeah. I always thought it was funny because I heard that
was
story.
Panama?
And I was just like, fuck
yeah, Panama, it looks like.
Yep.
Yeah, military leader of Panama, 83 to 89, and then we went from yeah, that was fucking nuts. Yeah.
Yep. So that's another one of those like seemed kind of strange how that worked out with all those CIA plants. And then it gets even stranger because some people started looking back.
That's probably not the only one. It's quite possible that you're thinking of another one that I'm not thinking of.
Okay, it's a different thing. Do you remember that? I think it was like was it the Voyager space shuttle that blew up and it killed like five astronauts?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was like back in the.
There was
90s,
a whole joke about the female astronaut in that crash. Where they were like, what color were, I forget what the girl's names eyes were. And, the answer was blue. One blew this way, one blew that way.
Or, the NASA stands for Need Another 7 Astronauts.
Yep, there were a bunch of fucking horrible jokes about that incident.
Yeah, it seemed really funny when I was a kid, but goddamn, it's so fucked up, dude.
Right? Yeah, now it's like, God, that's a little fucking inappropriate. Like, goddamn, man.
Yeah, like, fucking people died. They fucking blew up.
Oh, at least they didn't work for Boeing.
Yeah. Yeah, nobody knows when those guys get fucking killed off.
Oh man, we gotta.
Oh, are you talking about the people that built it?
Yeah.
Sorry about that. What I was gonna say about that Voyager space. I keep saying it's Voyager. I don't know if it was Apollo.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I should know, but I don't.
Right. So there's that space shuttle that blew up. Okay, and then we saw the pictures of all the people, the astronauts, and all that kind of stuff. If you look at other government employees, there are other people who are like in education and other ministries and all, not ministries, but other departments of the government who look an awful lot like them. Now, they could be lookalikes and all that kind of stuff, but these people that supposedly died, these other people who look just like them live in the exact same area. Some, same house. I thought that's kind of strange. So that was another one of those little things like, okay, how many of these fake deaths actually go on? Not granted, tinfoil hat, whatever. But these people look an awful lot.
I don't doubt that's happened. Where they're officially dead. Yeah, but they're not. They just can't be really have any kind of public life anymore.
I mean, people, the fucking the Marshal Service runs the witness protection program, and they disappear people all the fucking time. You know,
Yeah.
it's not like our
Yeah, so it
government
wouldn't be
doesn't have a
surprising if they're
history
literally
of
like, no, they're
disappearing
dead.
people.
Yeah, and again, with somebody like Bin Laden that had, families all had those ties to the Bushes, whoever. Yeah, you could easily see that being a case where they're like, "Yep, we killed him," and then he just can't appear in public so much anymore,
Yeah.
and he can't be obviously known. That kind of shit happens pretty regularly. Epstein, he probably got killed, but yeah, that also still would not surprise me if he's still alive somewhere. There have been sightings of alleged Theo Epstein. They got the Red Sox and Cubs or World Series. Yeah, Jeffrey Epstein, not Theo Epstein. So yeah, I would not be surprised.
Mm-hmm. Well, Jeffrey, I'm pretty sure he's still there on the island. And
No, that one he might be dead. He might have known too much, but yeah, it would also not surprise me if they just fake killed him.
Yeah,
since they have no footage of it.
The CIA rarely ever killed their own. So, just because it's like it was fishy from the get go because the guy was leery in the suicide department or the suicide watch department. It's like really, and like his bed sheets literally made out of tissue paper. He couldn't hang himself, but that's what the report said. He hung himself. How did he do that? It's technically impossible because the bed sheets are literally like practically tissue paper.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, and given his height and weight, it would have snapped and broke each and every time. And like he was supposed to have a cellmate. Cellmate wasn't there that time. Supposed to have a guard on duty. Oh, guard just so happened to not be there at the time. Cameras are there. Oh, cameras just so happened to not be working.
Yeah,
Funny how all that thing happened.
Man, how you expect me to know where Epstein was, man?
And then the guy who did the autopsy, is the same guy who did the Michael Jackson autopsy, and that was also unusual as well. So it's like nothing here really makes a whole lot of sense. Then we have drone footage of the Epstein Island that goes on there, and there's clearly people on there, and they managed to get what seems to be like the quote unquote new owner, and it's a gray haired guy who seems to be the exact same height and build as Jeffrey Epstein. I'm like, that's interesting. So as far as I can tell, and now like from the drone footage, it looks kind of like him. Like, isn't that interesting?
Oh man, if Epstein showed up alive, that would be fucking bonkers.
Yeah, that would be fucking bad.
I'm pretty sure he is still alive.
But yeah, I would think, if you're if the whoever was supposed to be Epstein's replacement or whatever, if he was actually dead, you're like, what? So work for you a while, but you're gonna end up fucking pulling me off in 20 or 30 years? Like, fuck you, I'm not fucking helping you. So yeah, I would not be surprised.
Yeah, we need to.
Although, I mean, I'm like I said, I'm the crazy kind of guy with the conspiracy theory and all that. I'm pretty sure Michael Jackson's still alive.
Michael Jackson? Could be.
And the reason why is that shortly after he died, I think it was like CNN brought in a guy who said he knows Michael Jackson personally. And it was this guy who he talks about being a burn victim. And that's what he always does. He's always talking about burn victim advocacy and that kind of stuff. But he looks and sounds an awful lot like Michael Jackson. I thought that's kind of interesting. Same build, same everything else. Relatively same voice, too. Like, that's bizarre. Okay.
See,
so, and then,
the thing that makes it tough for me is to know one way or the other. Like, I sort of just keep an open mind about it. Like, it wouldn't... Like, it could go either way, and it wouldn't surprise me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No, I'm with you. I love it. Yeah, when I talk about conspiracy theories, I don't really worry too much about whether they're true. I just enjoy the story for the most part.
Fair enough.
I'm like, that's an interesting story. I find that entertaining. Whether it's true or not,
Well, I was going to say
not so much concerned with
the
it.
thing that concerns me is it could be true. You know what I mean? Because our government is literally they're that corrupt that it's like, no, that actually does make a weird, sick kind of sense.
Yeah, the fact that it's plausible is disturbing.
Exactly.
Like, I wish I lived in a world where, like, no, there's no fucking way that happened. Yeah, I would love to live in that world again.
Yeah, but you can't.
Or it's like, no, dude, there's no fucking way that happened. Yeah. Epstein killed off. Epstein, fake death. Either way, both, completely plausible. Osama, even more so. Michael Jackson. There were Kurt Cobain sightings for a while. Well, Elvis, I guess. All kinds of Elvis sightings after his death.
As long as Michael Jackson's smart enough not to do the he thing too much, I think he could pull it off.
Yeah, he's not allowed to grab his crotch or do any of the kind of
Who knows, really?
It sucks. That guy was an amazing dancer. God damn. I don't give a shit about dancing, but god damn, the shit he did was fucking amazing.
Yeah.
Smooth Criminal is my fave. That's a great video.
Oh,
it's weird that the fucking the video has absolutely nothing to do with the song, which is fucking hilarious to me. Because the song's about like Richard Ramirez or like some fucking serial killer or something, breaking into houses and fucking raping and killing women. And then it's like a gangster video. Has absolutely nothing to do with the song.
It was a fucking horror movie that he was talking about in the song. I didn't realize it was about a real person. Oh, that's so fucked up. I didn't realize.
Smooth Criminal?
Yeah, like Annie, are you okay?
Smooth Criminal?
Okay, Annie. I thought it literally was about him watching a horror flick with his girlfriend or something.
Clearly, that was Thriller. That's part of the Thriller.
Yeah,
well,
I thought
the Thriller
that was
video. It starts with Michael Jackson and some chick at the.
That's funny because it's from the video I got it from.
And the Annie thing.
Yeah, I thought he was just checking on his girlfriend, like, you're all right, you're cool, you're not too scared, we don't need to leave, all right, cool, I thought that's what that was all about.
That's the Thriller one, dude.
Oh,
that's the Thriller video.
I don't watch a lot of the, or listen to a lot of Michael Jackson.
Triller's the best known one. Yeah,
no, you're talking about the video's actions, I'm talking about the words in the song and what they meant. I thought when he was saying, Annie, are you okay? Are you okay, Annie? It was like the boyfriend telling the girlfriend, like, are you all right? We cool? We're not leaving the theater yet?
Yeah.
That's why I thought it was like about a movie.
No. You keep bringing up the theater thing, and he's talking, if you listen to the lyrics, it's obviously talking about a home invasion.
Yeah, no, I clearly missed that.
So I know, again, in the video.
Crazy.
Yeah, and the Annie part, the Annie is a reference to the CPR doll, the Resusci Annie. That's a
I didn't even know that. I knew nothing about this song.
Yeah, I think you're mixing up a little bit with Thriller.
I didn't think Thriller.
Because again,
I'm not. This isn't because of Thriller or from Thriller that I thought that. This is purely from my interpretation of the lyrics. And my entire lack of knowledge about what any of it really meant.
You might want to take a look at the lyrics again. I was assuming Thriller because again, that does start out in a movie theater with Michael Jackson and his girlfriend watching.
Oh yeah, and then like the movies come out of the fucking the people come out of the screen and do the dance and all that crazy shit.
Yeah, the zombie dances and such. Yeah. So that's why I thought you might be mixing it up with that.
Nope. Just I'm really bad at interpreting music, apparently.
Yeah, because those lyrics, that's odd. That is a unique interpretation. We're talking about the glass breaking in the window and her not being able to get away. it was her doom. You know,
It's not the worst misconception I've had about a song.
Oh man.
There was a Robert Palmer song.
But yeah, it's pretty crazy how.
Oh yeah, go ahead. It's about a serial killer. That
No,
is
go ahead.
pretty nuts.
I'm good.
I was gonna say there was a Robert Palmer song called "Tell Me I'm Not Dreaming." And when I was a little kid, I thought it was "Do It on the Toilet," and I just thought he was really excited to go to the bathroom for some weird reason. But like my parents were like, driving me around one day, and in the back they hear to the sound of the song, like me singing along, going, "Do it on the toilet." Just like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Oh man.
So,
Oh god. Yeah, I had actually another friend of mine that did that all the time. He could not remember fucking the correct lyrics to save his fucking life, and would sing them confidently.
oh,
It's
that's
pretty
even
entertaining.
better. Oh man. Oh, did you see they interviewed one of the guys that wants to compete in the women's athletics? So they can the mediocre men trying to become dominant in female sports, essentially.
Yeah.
The reason he said he has to compete against other women is that competing against the men would cause him mental anguish.
Yeah. Yeah, that was fucking magical. Well, I mean, it's that level of fucking egocentrism that seems to be common. Like, he's not even thinking about the fact that he's destroying women unfairly. And there's at least one girl that would be on the team if he wasn't on it.
Yeah, who would be competing fairly
You know what
against
I mean?
other
There'd be
women.
one biological female. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, just that lack of. I mean, he's still young too, but it's the level of narcissism and shit seems to be almost cultivated in people nowadays. Like, no, I can't think about anyone else's fucking feelings. I got to dominate. I don't care about what I'm making them feel.
There.
The fact that you don't know to not say that out loud is insane to me. Like, I could almost forgive him for thinking it, feeling it, or whatever, but
Yeah,
not knowing that
think,
that's not something you should say out loud. That you should keep to your fucking self is fascinating.
Man, crazy.
Yeah, it's kind of like, oh shit, you don't know about this guy, dude. There was, yeah, I already forgot his name. I had not known of this guy's existence before. Something Viper, some British dude that's just, it's kind of a lot to go into. I think it's Dark Viper is his name. But anyways, he was talking about some fucking video game competition, and he was literally pissed off and talking about how, he didn't win. Somebody else won. He's like, literally was pissed off and saying, no, I should win because it would mean more to me if I won it. And that was his serious rationalization, because winning would mean more to him than it did to the person that won.
Wow.
Dude, right? Like, that's
dirty.
a fucking insane thing to, again, first to think it is a little odd, and to say it out loud angrily is fascinating, that you don't know that you shouldn't say something like that. Like, that's the stupidest fucking reason. Well, there's probably stupid reasons, but yeah, it's a really fucking ridiculous reason. You should have, because again, he's basically saying, you should have let me win because I would have, it would have been more important to me. Yeah,
Wow.
dude. A lot of other crazy shit with him, like fucking, again, doxing people and fucking. Yeah, his main complaint was the whole the fair use argument. And he was like, it's all bad. If you're watching any of anyone's video reacting to it, it's all bad. You know, and I'm like, I'm with you if you're talking about like Sniper Wolf, where she's not really adding anything. She's literally, if anything, just making weird facial expressions and then just saying what just happened in the video and not really doing any actual commentary. But he's like, nope, all of it. Even people that are actually, you know, taking a 20-minute video and making a 60-minute response, commenting on, you know, refuting points, that kind of shit. All of it's bad. You know. So yeah, he's fucking nuts, dude. I'll find a video, dude. You probably find it interesting just because, again, his level of narcissism is fucking fascinating, dude.
Oh, narcissism is always a mind fuck, man.
Yeah,
like
I mean, to that degree. Because again, I feel like even
wacky.
Dude, well, again, I think most narcissists even would know not to say that. You know, again, I should win because it would mean more to me. I feel like most narcissists would know enough to not say that. Even narcissists could think it, but I think most of them would know. That's what I'm saying.
Self-awareness than narcissists usually have.
Yeah, I don't know. I expect them to think shit like that, but I don't hear a lot of narcissists
think that everyone else is too stupid to know what's going on. Like that's the downfall.
Yeah, but I think most of them know not to say that shit out loud. Yeah, and I may be giving them too much credit. You're right, but I feel like I don't hear narcissists actually say that kind of shit.
It's not credit per se. It's that they have so little respect for the ability of other people to actually have like intelligence and think.
Yeah, they really do think everyone else is stupid and that they're fooling everybody out.
It's what I'm saying. It's usually they don't understand because they think people are just too dumb to understand.
Yeah, I gotta. Yeah.
Some of them do, but I think
seems worse than this narcissist, though. Fuck, I think it's Dark Viper. Let me see. I gotta find the story on him because it's really. I can't remember who covered it. Maybe Charlie. Maybe not though. Let's see. There's a lot of shit about him. No, I don't want to watch his shit.
We bored Samaj
away. We're talking shit. Oh, he just fucking dropped off.
Yeah. Oh, you see New York made some changes to their laws about squatters. That was kind of nice. They specifically changed
I didn't watch it, dude, but I saw it.
So all they did was they went into the laws that are talking about tenants and tenants' rights and specifically wrote in it that squatters are not tenants. So...
Yeah, nice.
Not the biggest change, probably not gonna like fix anything like altogether, but it's at least a step in the right direction.
Here, get over here. Yeah. I think Florida did some good shit too, right?
Yeah.
I'm actually surprised.
I'm sure Florida did a better job than New York, but yeah, what blows my mind is that it's still going on when it's really not that hard to fix the problem. You know, if you just make it so that everybody has to register leases with the government in person, and you have pictures of the homeowners associated with the deed, and you can just say, well, you're not the owner, you're not his duly registered representative, you can't make a lease to these people and they can't move in. And then, you know, when the police get called out to a place and they can just go and make a phone call to their station and somebody can send them an email on their computer in their fucking car, a set of pictures of everybody that's supposed to be in the house. And if none of those people are present, or there are none that are supposed to be present, they just throw whoever's there out immediately, like arrest them for trespassing. So simple.
Yeah, no, we talked about this. We talked about this like a month ago.
I left a comment about that actually on one of the videos, and these people were like, clearly didn't read it. Their response was like, what was it, I already spent money like to do that, or I already have a deed with. Hold on, let me look at it because it was such a fucking dumb comment in response. It was. I said charge $50 for the whole process. You know, like for making a lease. And because the government's got to have some sort of income, and they're going to want to charge fees for it anyway. I say if you cap it at 50 early on, smart. And then you make them split it. The people who are going to rent and the people who are renting should each pay $25 of the fee, and you're done. But then that pays to keep the system in place and keep maintenance on the system.
Training cops to be able to do it on site or whatever to check the lease status and all that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Well, I think you just train the dispatcher to send them the proper information. The cops wouldn't even really need that much training. It's like, hey, if somebody claims that there's squatters in their house, you contact us, let us know. We're gonna check the files on the lease and the property deed, and we're gonna send you back the names and pictures of everybody who's supposed to be there.
That's because again, I assume all the cops are like, sorry, not my department. So
yeah. Well, that's what they're saying right now. Is they're saying we can't do anything because it's not a criminal matter. It's a legal
it's not
matter.
Criminal. It's civil. Yeah, it's a civil matter. Yeah.
So somebody responded. My solution was their response was $50 for something you already paid for and continue to pay taxes for. No thanks. As the above said, it's already public records in most instances. It's going to be an electronic search to get the owner's name and maybe an extra search or two or phone call if it's owned by a business or multiple people. Police should be trained to investigate crime, not just fill in paperwork. Like, sorry, retard, you clearly didn't understand anything I fucking said. Like, that's so fucking dumb.
That's detectives, not fucking regular beat cops or whatever. That's
exactly. But also, they're not paying taxes on leases.
You can if you don't want to pay the extra $50, you can not rent out a place. How about that?
Well, and the thing is, the
again,
whole $50 is not for the property deed, which is what they're implying, is that they're paying an extra $50 for the property deed. And it's like, no, that's a whole separate thing. Just take everybody's driver's license photo from the fucking DMV and add it to their property deed so they have an identification photo there. That's easy to do. But it was for the whole process of getting a lease is the $50 thing. And leases are not registered with the government. And right now they're just a private matter. You just take leases and fill them out with whoever you want. Like, they don't get registered with any county thing. Yeah, no. If you rent a place, you don't have to. There's no place you turn it in. There's no government oversight of it whatsoever.
Okay. All right. That makes a lot more sense why cops are like, fuck this.
The closest the government gets to being involved in a lease is there are things that are legal to put in leases and things that are illegal to put in leases. And that's all dependent on your local county, state, city ordinances, laws. Like, you live in Arizona, what's legal in leases in Arizona is probably drastically different from what's legal in California. Or maybe not. I don't know. But none of them are registered with, they don't have to go through the county or get, whatever. You literally just sign it with the fucking person who's renting out the place.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I didn't realize that.
Yeah.
I thought there was some kind of, not necessarily a standardized lease or whatever, but I didn't realize you didn't even need to register it or fucking report it or anything.
No.
I didn't even think about it. I didn't even think about it, actually. No. Yeah, I didn't even consider if that was the case or not, I guess. So that's interesting.
I'm gonna check right now. I'm pretty sure.
Again, if the squatter thing wasn't happening, that system would have been fine. Probably. But yeah, since it is, you're gonna that's kind of the only way you're gonna get. I don't know. I can't think of anything else other than now you got to register, maybe pay a little bit.
Yeah. The only thing you need to make a lease legal in California is the security deposits, and their maximum limits have to be clearly out, and the rental terms for payments and late fees must be clearly outlined. California leases also require specific disclosures such as pest controls policies and Megan's Law notifications regarding registered sex offenders, and whether or not there's lead-based paint for an older house, if it's so old that they still had lead-based paint. So as long as none of that stuff's there, they don't give a shit. It doesn't have to be registered or notarized or anything.
How long is lead-based? It's been a long time since they've used lead-based paint, isn't it? When did the last time they actually used lead-based paint?
Well, one of the houses.
I'm just thinking most of California really new. You know what I mean?
One of the houses
'Cause
I
hear
work
about that
at.
shit.
One
Go
of the
ahead, sorry.
houses I work at is it was a log house. It was originally like a log house. Like it's from the fucking frontier. Like when it was built, the
Wow.
city I live in wasn't a city. It was barely a fucking spot on the map. Like all the roads were dirt.
crazy.
It was fucking horse-drawn carriages and shit. We have pictures of the house and stuff from back then. So it's entirely possible that some of the paint and some of the areas where you don't really go in and mess with stuff very often could definitely be lead-based.
Okay, yeah, never mind, dude. I'm looking it up. It wasn't outlawed until 1978. So,
Oh, 78? Wow, that's a lot. I thought it was a lot older than that too. I just know that
I would have
there's a
guessed
lot
18.
of really old houses out there in some places, like
Yeah.
like
I
log
was thinking like
cabins
the
turned into
30s.
homes.
Yeah, I was thinking it would be like 1878. You know what I mean, or closer to 1870. Yeah, I would have thought early 1900s, but no, it's 1978. Okay, never mind then. Yeah, because I was thinking a vast majority of California would be, I mean, obviously people have lived there for fucking, centuries.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
But didn't think, thought a vast majority would be, much newer than the outlaw thing or whatever, but nope.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
1978.
There's
Yeah,
not a
'cause,
lot of
yeah,
safety
Arizona's kinda
concerns
insane.
for us Californians until recently.
Oh, fuck. Why is it still around? What? Okay, yeah, no, but Arizona's kind of the same. Like, until air conditioning was invented, there wasn't a huge population here. That's when the fucking shit started going you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah,
When
for
we started
sure.
getting a fucking way bigger population. But
Yep.
yeah, even that was before 78. Jesus Christ. Yeah, banned in New York City in 1960. Okay, so like overall, the federal government didn't ban it until 78. Looks like New York City banned it in 1960. The state in 1970. Oh, that looks like it's just specific to New York. All right, so there was state ones that were outlawing it, sooner. But even those, far more recent than I would have guessed.
Yeah.
When they got around to outlawing it.
Yeah, lead has been a big problem historically.
Yeah, the lead gasoline.
Up, and it's been in like, there's lots of places that used it in their plumbing. There's lots of places that used it in paint. And then, like, one of the things they think contributed to things like the Roman Colosseum and how savage and fucking bizarre Rome got is they were using lead-based sugar to sweeten their fucking wine. You can take lead and turn it into sugar crystals. Like it's not the same as sugar, obviously,
and they
it's
use
lead
it for their plumbing.
but it actually is a sweet sugary substance that you can like dissolve into liquid, like wine.
Yeah.
So scary.
Yeah, and they used it for their fucking for their plumbing. Like plumbum is the Latin name for lead. Like that's where the word plumbing comes from. Yeah. So they
lead
say
is
all
PB
that
on the
was
periodic
major,
table. Yeah.
Probably. Yeah. Yeah. So there's definitely I've heard theories that was a major contribution to the downfall of the Roman Empire.
Oh, it definitely
was the sugar thing. I didn't know about the sugar thing. I'd never heard of that. But yeah, definitely all the running water and all that shit was all running through lead pipes. And Jesus, dude, I did not know about the lead sugar thing. That's fucking nuts. Yeah, well, obviously they wouldn't have known any better.
Have you ever heard of Nile Red?
Oh yeah, dude.
The Canadian kid that does the crazy experiments. Yeah, I watched it on one of his channels.
I'm gonna turn plastic gloves.
He did a whole episode on turning lead into sugar. Yeah, he turned lead into sugar. He was like demonstrating it, and he talked about the history of it. And I've also heard the history of the lead sugar being referenced in other places too, though. So.
Yeah, I'd heard about the plumbing, dude, but yeah, I never heard about the sugar in ancient Rome.
Crazy, right?
Crazy.
Can you fucking imagine how fucking fucked their brains were?
Yeah. Yeah, no wonder they're all fucking, everybody's going crazy. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Because, yeah, you would think again, running the water and shit through lead pipes would certainly contribute, but not nearly as much as fucking lead sugar.
Lead is a toxic element.
Dude.
Let's see.
Yeah,
Here.
yeah, it makes a lot more sense. Jesus Christ. Yeah, it's
I
something
love
that shit Nile Red does. Like, how did you fucking know that? And why?
Yeah. Well, he probably found out because he probably had a history class where they mentioned it or something like that. And then, he,
yeah, no, I'm just talking about all this shit. I'm talking about him in general.
Oh, yeah.
All the shit he does is fucking nuts. All right, yeah, I'll read a few real quick. Turning styrofoam into cinnamon candy. All right. Making purple gold, making bulletproof wood, turning paint thinner into cherry soda.
Yep.
Turning plastic gloves into hot sauce. Turning cotton balls into cotton candy. Yeah, the shit he does is fucking nuts.
Yeah, oh, he made the grape flavored apples that stopped being sold a while ago. Turns out it's like a bird repellent.
Oh, really?
Soak it in this chemical that they use for bird repellent. And that's what makes the apples taste like grapes. So you can figure out how they figured out how to do that. Like, I wonder how that happened. They were spraying down apples to keep the fucking birds off. And they're like, these apples taste like grapes. So.
Turns out it was a fucking chemical.
It's not toxic,
Jesus,
but it's
dude.
just no one would ever want to eat it if they knew what it was.
Right.
Oh,
yeah.
what was it?
There's the one I was thinking of.
Oh, I wanted to catch
I was going to say the plastic gloves into grape soda.
Oh yeah, that was crazy.
Go ahead.
Before we went too far, because we're almost done, I thought the soft guy thing was fucking hilarious. The soft boy thing that you put up there.
Oh, dude, isn't it?
That shit is amazing.
Yeah, because at first I was like, what the fuck?
All these
for some reason it wasn't registering.
The soft guy thing?
That they were literally just saying shit women say. Yeah. It's really funny watching the bitches freak out about it and not realize, like, no, this is all the shit women say.
And they immediately just started insulting people. There's absolutely nothing. They're not saying anything about, like, hey, you as the guy have to bring this to the table because here's what I bring to the table. Not once was anybody in there saying, oh, well, that's not fair. I'm bringing this, and this. Why can't guys bring this, and this, and this? Nah, it was just like, what are you, gay? Are you a little faggot boy? It's like, really? That's your fucking go-to? You got nothing else? Like, clearly they're right there.
Yeah,
like, these guys are absolutely right. Like, why would you bring all the other shit to the table if the only thing you're going to bring is derision and nothing the fuck else?
Yeah. Yeah, well, for the most part, all they bring is the vagina to a relationship.
Yep.
Most modern women.
Yeah, when you look
and
at
they're like,
the
I
stuff
have the
they
pussy,
say,
so you do all that other shit.
Yeah, when you look at the stuff they say, that's all they ever talk about. Is like
they don't. They don't say it directly, but yeah.
Well, no, they say it indirectly. Like, they talk about how good they look and how expensive their beauty products are and blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
And it's all just the same thing. Yeah. It's just like, I'm here for sex, and that's what I bring to the party.
Yeah, exactly.
And like, virtually
it's all just window dressing.
The thing that gets me is, like, how often every women's empowerment thing also has to include, like, some form of sex work being, like, really good to do. Like, women should definitely just be doing all this sex work. And it's like, like, that doesn't seem very empowering to me. It kind of reduces you to, like, a hole for money. Like, that doesn't... Like, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm crazy, but...
Yeah. Well, no, dude. Oh, fuck. I got to try to find it. But Patrice O'Neal had a bit in one of his comedy specials where he was talking about...
I know what you're talking about. Yeah. Where he was like...
Yeah.
And then every woman out there was like, fucking... anal, oral. He's like, none of you said play video games. Like, he said, none of you said listen to what he has to say, tell stories, none of that.
Yeah. Basically, if you're at some horrible accident where you lost your pussy, what are you going to do to keep your man beyond the, 2 months I can't leave the bitch because she just lost her pussy thing? Like, how are you going to keep your man past that? And all of them are literally like, suck his dick, anal sex. Like, you know what I mean? They're like, all right,
so funny.
Yeah, you want to act like you're more than that, but I gave you the opportunity, and you guys just classified yourself as a series of holes. It's fucking brilliant, dude. Yeah, I'll try to find that clip. I know the
He
special,
played
but
an entire fucking audience of idiots, essentially,
dude,
like in
it
one
was
fell swoop. That was the
yeah,
part about
yeah.
that
Like,
that
how
was
did
so
you not
beautiful.
know he was setting you up? Yeah, like what did you think he was doing?
Oh man,
He's fucking trying to
so
make.
clever. That guy is,
Yeah, I mean it's funny
dude.
to
That
me.
guy was
I don't
such a
know how,
fucking smart dude.
dude.
He was such a great
Yeah,
comedian.
dude.
He
His
was just a smart man.
understanding of well, his understanding, especially of just human nature and especially relationships, was fucking like genius, dude. It
Yeah.
really was, dude. His insights. If you ever watched the Black Phillip show, where he's supposed to be the Black Dr. Phil or whatever, like, dude, he's so spot on with how fucking relationships work, men and women, all this shit. Yeah, he was, again, as far as that shit, absolutely genius. One of the funniest people ever that's ever fucking lived. And yeah, just had that, yeah. His understanding of human nature was off the charts, dude. Too bad that guy died relatively young.
Yeah, he will be missed. He was a brilliant fucking comedian.
Yeah. Yeah. And again, just as on humanity in general, dude. Yeah, or his take, dude. His take on he was talking about, and again, this was fucking 15 years ago. He was talking about like the hate speech laws and shit. He was basically saying, like, why can't I just fucking hate you? Like, what if I just want to hate white people? Nowadays you can, but like, he was doing it for like, everybody. Like, no, you fucking want to hate people and fucking hate it as long as you're not actually like hurting them or doing any of that shit.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Well, that's the thing I think a lot of people don't get. That like
the thing that when he was on,
went
on Fox News, that bitch from the Now. Yeah, the multipliers or whatever.
Yeah. Oh, the hate laws. Yeah, hate laws.
So there's
like,
extra fucking charges.
Yeah, like
it's fucking silly.
Like the murder is worse because the person hated that person. Like, I'm pretty sure that's every murder, right? Like, I'm pretty sure nobody's out there murdering people they love just because like they love them too much. That's not gonna be the case. You know, that doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, but if you hate someone that's a different color, then that's extra. You know. Yeah, it's pretty silly. Also, when he went on to Fox News with that bitch from the National, dude, he fucking destroyed that bitch. Made her look so fucking stupid. Yeah, have you seen that? I'm pretty sure I posted it before. To be fair,
it'd be hard
if you don't remember, I'll post
for
it
him
again.
not to make other people look stupid in comparison to himself.
It was brilliant.
He was a pretty fucking smart guy. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Especially
anybody that fucked with that guy was gonna look dumb just because, you know, how are you gonna compete?
Talking about comedy, like talk shit with a humorless bitch. Talking about yeah, dude. It's worth a watch again if you don't remember, dude.
Oh yeah, I'm always down.
Yeah,
to
fine. Oh shit, we're kind of over.
Oh no! I just wanted to cover this soft voice thing because I thought that was such a fun and interesting concept.
So yeah, in case you haven't seen it, I'll fucking pull it up. But yeah, it was when I think it was. Yeah. Fuck. Am I?
What? What's up?
Is it kicking me off again? I don't know if I'm through, but mine is fucking with me again.
I can hear you if that helps.
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure it was coming through. I was trying to search. Like, timing out on me.
Kind of break it up a little bit.
Okay.
Like we should probably...
Yeah, no, that's cool. I thought my internet was fucking with me because I'm not.
Yeah.
Like I'm gonna search for that, and it's never. Yeah, and
never popped up for you.
Nobody's Bye-bye.
Yeah, true. Bye
Hope nobody.
bye.
Goodbye.